The South Florida Fair is open. Get ready for 17 days of entertainment, blending cutting-edge technology with old-fashioned excitement. Visit our Imagine the Future interactive exposition and discover how science fiction is a reality today.
Check all the activities online at southfloridafair.com or download the Fair app. Now through February 2nd in West Palm Beach.
At 2 p.m., we get Theoretical. At 4 p.m., we get whatever Russo and Rizzo do. Tune in to ESPN 106.3 all day for the perfect sports roller coaster.
Hi, I'm Michael Manzo, owner and founder of Manzo's Italian Deli. And
Stop, Dad. After 20 years, people are tired of hearing your voice.
Yeah, and your lame-ass commercials.
Fresh prosciutto, mozzarella, outstanding.
Oh, please.
There's only one reason Manzo's is voted #1 deli in Palm Beach County for 20 years. Our mother.
She makes sure you prepare everything from scratch using only the freshest ingredients.
Manzo's Italian Deli is located on Palm Beach Lakes Boulevard, right next to Rain Dancers.
Is that a strip club?
No, it's a steakhouse. Manzo's is open weekdays from 8 to 5 and offers free delivery. So stop by or call 697-9411. That's 697-9411.
we also specialize in hot and cold catering for corporate functions and special events.
Just ask anyone who was at my last birthday party.
Hey golf fans, Colin Russo here. Looking to improve your game? Flagstick Golf Performance, the ultimate indoor golf experience, is now open in Boynton Beach. With 3 indoor simulators and a state-of-the-art putting studio, Flagstick helps players at all levels up their game. Get lessons from experts, try the latest clubs, or just come up for a round in the simulators. You can track your stats and see real improvement. Flagstick is where serious golfers and beginners find their edge. Bring your friends or family and enjoy golf like never before. Visit flagstickgolfperformance.com to book your session.
Lithium batteries need to be disposed of properly. We've seen fires in recycling and garbage facilities here in Palm Beach County. Don't throw your lithium batteries into the garbage and don't put them in your recycle bins. Visit us at swa.org/LIB.
Good Greek moving and storage. Your superhero movers.
Want to play college football? Register today for the free Orange Bowl Florida High School Football Showcase presented by Baptist Health. Hit the gridiron on Saturday, February 15th at St. Thomas University in Miami Gardens and show off your football skills in front of coaches from across the country for a chance to earn scholarships and aid for college. The event is open to high school juniors and seniors. More than $1 million is awarded each year. Register for free today at orangebowl.org.
Anajar and Levine.
Call 1-800-747-FREE. That's 1-800-747-3733.
ESPN 1063.
WUUB Jupiter, a Good Karma Brands radio station.
I know a lot of y'all hoped the Chiefs would win, or excuse me, lose. But like my pops used to say, you can hope in one hand, drop a deuce in the other one. You tell me which one fills up fast.
Live from the Anajar and Levine Accident Attorney Studios.
The man your man could smell it.
Theo Dorsey is theoretically speaking.
But are you a different animal and the same beast?
Streaming live on YouTube.
You're gonna break up with me because of what I do on the radio?
Here's Theo Dorsey.
Good. Here we are again, coming off a championship Sunday, and here I am again preparing to watch my favorite team, the Kansas City Chiefs, compete for the ultimate prize, the most viewed television show annually around the globe, the most important date on the sports calendar every single time we flip the calendar, Super Bowl 59 in New Orleans, Chiefs, Eagles, and Patrick Mahomes and Andy Reid on the precipice of history, the first ever three-peat. That's on the line. 13 days away. C-Cat on the other side of the glass on the ones and twos. I will say this. I expected your Ravens to be there on Championship Sunday, for them to be the foe that Patrick Mahomes, Travis Kelce, Isaiah Pacheco, the whole crowd, the whole bunch would have to fight through. But thank God it was the Bills, because that was much, much easier than that sledgehammer that is Derrick Henry. There was no way we would have been able to stop him. C-Cat, you watched the games. You said beforehand that the AFC Championship game is pretty much the Super Bowl. How did you feel watching the Super Bowl yesterday?
It sucked, man. It really sucked. I'm a football fan just like everybody listening right now. I just so happen to work in sports broadcasting, but I'm like you at home on the couch, sick of it. Sick of it because you are not the fan who watches 3 football games a year. You listening, you watching on YouTube or on Twitter or on Facebook, you are not the fan who just learns players' names during the Super Bowl pregame show. You are the fan who likes variety. You are the fan who would have liked to see Josh Allen and the Bills go to the big game, and you were not given that. Last night, why? Because the Buffalo Bills could not execute the quarterback sneak. That is the simple reason why.
Yeah.
And it's hard to come with terms with that less than 24 hours later.
It obviously that was pivotal for them. They couldn't get the short yardage stuff. That's supposed to be Josh Allen's superpower, right? That's why he's so inevitable. He's such a force. He's the scariest quarterback in the league. He's the biggest weapon.
But you're saying that as if he wasn't like that before yesterday.
Yeah, he was. That's what I'm saying. I'm not saying this in just. I'm saying that was his thing. And Steve Spagnuolo, like he does every single season, like he does in every single big game, defensive coordinator for the Chiefs, who for some reason, year after year, offseason after offseason, the Chiefs are able to retain him on the staff because nobody's hiring him as their head coach. He took away the one thing that the Bills were literally leaning on all year long. It's QB sneaks, QB power, bubble screens, and then Josh Allen rolling to the right, looking for a scramble play. That's how the Chiefs beat the Bills, that's how the Bills beat the Chiefs in the regular season, and Josh Allen trying to go right back to the well against an experienced defense, against the best defensive coordinator in the league, Steve Spags, in Spags we trust. He shut him down. He swept his legs right from under him and took away the one thing that he was good at. And again, when you're able to do that to a guy, you humanize him right there in front of all the fans that were rooting against the Chiefs. Now we get screenshot Twitter. You know you have beaten a fan base into misery, into just they are in the cellars of their basement crying and weeping their eyes out when every other Bills Mafia Twitter profile is scrapping through screenshots, drawing imaginary lines, inventing new ways to score first downs, doing everything in their possible will to be able to help the Bills beat the Chiefs. But if there's one thing we've learned, no, it's not Lamar Jackson's fault on the field of play. It's not Joe Burrow's fault on the field of play. And last night, I'm not going to blame Josh Allen for losing that game, though he could have done more to win it. You always could do more. Josh Allen, Lamar Jackson, Joe Burrow, C.J. Stroud, hell, all of the dudes in the league right now, especially the ones in the AFC, their fatal flaw is not their play. It's not their decision-making. They just were born in the wrong year. You're born 10 years ago, you might have got through. You're born 10 years later than you were. Maybe you're just trying to face Jaden Daniels and Drake May and whatnot. You are in the era of Patrick Mahomes, the man who just won his 17th playoff game, making him the second winningest playoff quarterback in the history of the NFL. He's only behind Tom Brady now. The dude is 17-3 in the postseason. 17-3. 2 of those losses came against Tom Brady, one in the Super Bowl. And the other 2 losses, 2 to Tom Brady, 1 to Joe Burrow, and the only 2 that came before the Super Bowl were in the overtime of the AFC Championship game before. We talked about this before the AFC title game kicked off. C-Cat, I don't know where the hell your head is. I don't know if you were just hoping and wishing and crossing your fingers like Dan Orlovsky and Tony Romo have been doing for Josh Allen and the Bills all year. But how the hell do you pick against the Chiefs in a game like this at home with the winningest quarterback when it comes to percentage-wise in the playoffs in the history of the league, with a team that continues to win one-possession game after one-possession game because they have elite coaching, experienced players, and the best player in the game? How the hell did you draw yourself into a corner and pick the Buffalo Bills? I feel foolish doing this show with you right now.
Because I thought Josh Allen could get 2 yards at will when he lines up under center. That's why. And it turns out they couldn't against the Chiefs. That is the story and the deciding factor in the game. Patrick Mahomes was good. He wasn't special last night.
Oh, really?
I mean,
he wasn't special?
No. He was grouped with a special coordinator on both sides of the football and a special defense. So that's what was special about the Chiefs last night.
A special defense that gave up 29 points.
Yeah.
Like, Mahomes led this team to 32 points. The same offensive attack that y'all said was null and void, that was deprived of talent, Like, Patrick Mahomes was the quarterback that led them to those scores. He ran 2 of them in himself. If Josh Allen ran in 2 touchdowns, we'd be praising him and kneeling down to him saying, oh, the Bills didn't do enough for him. He scored twice on his own. What did Mahomes do that wasn't special last night?
It's a grading scale. It's like judging LeBron years against one another where it's hard and you start to nitpick because it's hard to compare this guy who is exceedingly special and head and shoulders in terms of resume, in terms of productivist right now, one of the best quarterbacks in the NFL, and now you're talking about all-time ranks.
Yeah.
But this was not a Patrick Mahomes game. There's been so many other times where Patrick Mahomes was the deciding factor, and last night was not one of those times.
All right, so here's what I'll say. He went 18 for 26, 245 yards, no interceptions, 1 touchdown. He ran 2 touchdowns in himself, 43 yards on the ground. He did have the fumble lost in the first quarter, which did bite the Chiefs a little bit. On the surface, sure. Patrick Mahomes didn't give you the Tiger Woods-esque in red Sunday performance that has people fearing him with the electric plays, throwing off of 1 foot, hanging onto the ball, 10 seconds behind the line of scrimmage. He didn't do all of that, right? He also didn't have the gaudy numbers. But analytically, and also when it came to the results, which matter most, him getting the win for the Chiefs, he actually couldn't have been much better. This from ESPN's Next Gen Stats. Patrick Mahomes set season highs in drop back success rate, 64%. I'm not going to get into the weeds of that.
We're in the weeds
but what
already.
that's saying, drop back success rate. He set a season high on his drop backs when it came to efficiency. Is that too deep cut? Is that too inside football for people listening to the radio to understand?
No, I'm sore. That's what's happening right now.
His top 3 games by drop back per EPA, expected points added this season, have all came in the past 4 games. He's playing his best football right now. That doesn't mean throwing the ball around for 5 touchdowns. That doesn't also mean that you are doing the miraculous type plays where a guy, he's one dude's hanging off of his left arm as he slings it with his right arm 50 yards across the field. He doesn't have to do all of that. What he has to do is continue to move the sticks and find ways to win the game, and he's done that time after time. This Chiefs team has won 17 straight, an NFL record, 17 straight one-possession games, and you're saying, oh, this has nothing to do with Patrick Mahomes, the guy that touches the ball every time they're on offense?
No, I don't think he outplayed Josh Allen yesterday. I thought that the defense of the Chiefs outplayed the offense of the Bills, yeah.
So Josh Allen had a better game than Patrick Mahomes last night?
No, I thought it was comparable. I thought Josh Allen made a couple of – they're equal. I'm not going to pick one.
So let's go back to it then. It was 29-29. The game was even. Patrick Mahomes, who quarterbacks the Chiefs, led them on a game-winning field goal drive. At the time, we just thought it was the Chiefs taking the lead, 32-29. There's 3 minutes and 33 seconds left. Your Lord and Savior, Josh Allen, gets the ball. This is his legacy drive. This is your moment. Everybody talks about how, he didn't get a chance. And in 13 seconds, the defense let him down. And then Tyler Bass missed the field goal. And then, Stephon Diggs dropped the football 60 yards down the field. Josh Allen got the ball with a chance to win the game on the road to slay the king, something that we watched Joe Burrow pull off, but Josh Allen wasn't able to do it. He just didn't do it. He got outmanned. He got outcoached. He got outsmarted. That's what happened. 6 plays. He got the ball with 3 minutes and 33 seconds left. He lasted 6 plays before the ball was back in the Chiefs' hands. That's your king.
Are we going to ignore Dalton Kincaid dropping the ball? Are we going to enjoy a ridiculous roll to his right, off his back foot, dime that somehow found a Buffalo Bill?
Define a dime. Because a dime to me is hitting somebody actually in stride on target. That was not a dime.
That was a dime. That's a throw that probably the only 2 guys who can make that throw were on the field last night.
No, absolutely not. There's like half of the league could make that throw.
Oh,
because it was not on target. If he would have dropped it in the bucket, then that would have been a dime. That's not a dime. We can't. This is my problem with Josh Allen. I love the dude as a football player. I love his energy. He's a great dude. His fans and supporters, y'all coddle him so much that you're giving excuses where no excuse needs to be made. If you asked Josh Allen today, he would have said, yes, I threw him a catchable ball. I could have threw that ball much better. Dalton Kincaid, who y'all are trying to blame now as if he's Mark Andrews.
That's why the drive ended,
Dalton Kincaid was running this way, C-Cat. He was running east. Josh Allen threw the ball west behind him. He had to turn his whole body around. A tight end.
That's what happened.
Not a shifty wide receiver. There was no coverage behind him. If he leads him, look at the. I sent you the
he's
all
also
22.
running backwards.
You cannot
away
blame,
from pressure with two guys in his
yes,
face.
Yes, exactly. It's a difficult throw. He did not pull it off to perfect execution, like you said. He just didn't.
Ball hit him in the arms.
Yeah, the ball hit him in the arms after he stopped his forward momentum at 6'4", 230 pounds, flipped his hips, turned around, and dove back towards the ground. That is not a dime. If that's a dime, then damn it, I'm glad you were never my quarterback.
When you consider everything at hand. Yes, it was.
What? It was not. Yes, all right, you're grading on a curve now. You're grading on a curve.
That's what throws are. They're difficult when you're off your back foot, rolling to your right with two people in your face.
Jalen said it perfectly right here on the Prize Picks chat stream here. The dime is a stretch. It was a miracle throw, and he pulled it off. He made it catchable. I'm not criticizing Josh Allen for the throw. He was outsmarted at the line of scrimmage. His first error was not sliding his protection right, and the reason why he had two free blitzers running in his face is because he did not see the blitz. That Spags, the best defensive coordinator in the league, drew up and drew it up at the perfect time. So that was error number one on Josh Allen. Okay, he is talented enough to circumvent that. Even with the people in his face, two free rushers in his face, Josh Allen actually makes a play so extremely well that I know it's been criticized here and there, but I'm actually saying this in a positive light. Josh Allen made a play that had me a little bit shook because he made the ball. He put the ball into play, and he made it catchable for Dalton Kincaid. But in no world is that a dime, and in no world should Dalton Kincaid be the one taking the heat for Josh Allen not fixing his protection the right way. And also, on that miracle throw he threw, it was way behind him, and it was very difficult for him to catch.
He wouldn't have had a chance to catch it at all. But
Go
that's
watch it
just
again.
one of
I'm going to give you a chance.
That's just down number 1 or down number 4 of a 4-down
They threw
series
a bubble
there.
screen with the game on the line, 3rd and 10. This is my issue with this Josh Allen praise and love. And his own offensive coordinator don't trust him to push the ball down the field. Why do y'all act like this dude is some kind of magician? Josh Allen is an elite talent at quarterback, but there is no person in the NFL today that should ever be mentioned in the same sentence with Patrick Mahomes. The reason why I'm so vehemently like this right now today is no hate towards the Bills, Bills Mafia, or Josh Allen. If we were sitting here today, and by the glory and grace and mercy of God, some miraculous way the Bills actually win on a Josh Allen legacy drive right there, do you know what you would be saying right now, C-Cat?
What would I be saying?
It's Mahomes and Allen. It's Mahomes and Allen's league. Allen might be surpassing Patrick Mahomes. He just dethroned him at Arrowhead Stadium. Josh Allen is now the best quarterback in the league. This is the idiotic stuff I would have had to hear from you, from Dan Orlovsky, from Chris Sims, from Evan Cohen as well, who's been saying this is going to be an MVP year from Josh Allen. If you're going to have it that way, you're going to have to receive it the other way as well. He had the ball in his hands with multiple opportunities to try to win that damn game, and he could not get it done. The buck stops with you, bucko. That's your guy.
Josh Allen played probably, if 100 out of 100 was a grading scale, if 100 out of 100 was a perfect game, Josh Allen played probably a 92, and Mahomes probably did the same thing.
So this is the funny thing. Funny you say that. Opening drive of the game for Josh Allen when his hands are shaking and he looks nervous and the moment feels a little bit too big for him. Would you say that is a 92 out of 100, the throws he made on consecutive plays that hit two Chiefs receivers, or excuse me, they look like receivers because a ball looked intended for them, but they were defensive backs. Would you say that's a 92 out of 100 play, him throwing the ball and it bouncing off of defender's hands, not even close to his target, his receiver?
Fortunately, law of averages.
Is that a 92 out of 100?
That play was
What would you grade that then for Josh Allen?
That was probably a 40 out of 100.
Less than a 40, that's an interception-worthy throw. If that's a 40 for him, then golly, like what are we doing? That is a in a game where we know in the NFL the turnover battle has been the difference in each of these playoff games. That's been the number one marker of who wins and who loses.
Was it last night? No.
That's been the number one marker.
It wasn't last
exactly.
night,
They won the turnover battle and they still lost. And you're saying he got a 92?
Yes.
What did he do well? What did Josh Allen do well? Just tell me right now. Give me 3 things Josh Allen did well to score a 92, an A- in your class.
Talking about 3 separate throws, 2 across the middle. One was a touchdown before half, and one was the last touchdown that Josh Allen threw.
Okay, so you're giving him a 92 because he had 3 good throws in a football game that lasted 60 minutes?
They lost by 3 to a year perceived next coming of you know?
How about all the failed short yardage conversions that he's supposed to be so good on? If he's automatic from that all throughout the year, and then in the biggest game of the year he comes up short on those, wouldn't that drop his 92 grade a little bit down? Or do you feel like you're just grading with a curve because you like the guy?
I feel like maybe there could have been scheming on the other side of the football, not on defense, but on offense to combat the Chiefs committing to stopping that play. We heard Romo say
they did it one time.
Josh
he jumped
Allen
over the
top. Which was a bad decision. He should have
exactly.
done that.
That's Josh Allen. That's the experience of Josh Allen. But you love him too much to criticize him for.
No,
you do.
I just said that it was a bad decision. He should
How
have done
do you
that.
get a 92 out of that grade? You're grading Josh Allen's performance a 92.
Yes,
in
because he was if you take away the drop, if that ball was caught by Dalton Kincaid, all of a sudden the Bills are in field goal range, and all of a sudden the Bills are tied with the Kansas City Chiefs going to overtime in the AFC Championship game.
Here we go again.
Taking down the second coming Patrick Mahomes on the road.
Here we go again, awarding imaginary points based on one catch, one different alternative outcome changes the rest of the game in favor of Josh Allen, right?
Just like if a first down was called on fourth down, with 12 minutes to go in the fourth quarter.
Y'all make me sick.
Still in field goal.
There's no reason for you to coddle this man like that. He does not need your protection. He needed his protection from his offensive line, but he didn't slide him over in time. He didn't do enough to win. There's no way you're giving him a 92, and you're giving Mahomes a 92 as well.
Yes, because the Chiefs' defense
Mahomes
was
clearly
ravenous.
outplayed him. So, all right, so we're going to do this one last. This is just for you and I. Because Mahomes clearly outplayed him. And you, just like Dan Orlovsky, who at least admitted it, are just showing your biases against the quarterback or team you don't like and in favor of a quarterback or team you do like. Last night, Mahomes threw for more yards than Josh Allen. He threw for one less touchdown than Josh Allen. Kudos. He also had a better passing rating, a better QBR. He actually had more rushing yards. He scored 2 rushing touchdowns himself, so more total touchdowns. They took the same amount of sacks last night. How did they have the same game score from you? What did Josh Allen do better than Mahomes in any area?
I think that Patrick Mahomes was benching a 200-pound bench press, and Josh Allen was benching a 250-pound bench press.
Yeah.
And the defense of the Chiefs, as you will gladly commit to and admit to, that they are the best or second best defense in the NFL. The Bills are not a top 2 defense in the NFL.
So that's the curve you're grading on?
Yeah.
The curve you're grading on now is now you're shifting the goalpost because before we started this, after the divisional round, you said the Bills had a better team than the Chiefs. And then when I asked you to explain how that is, you didn't really have a real answer for it. But I would assume it's because you thought they had some units that were better. And now that the results have played out and it doesn't look so favorable for one of the guys that you know and love in Josh Allen, now you're trying to give him excuses, and I'm confused by that. Because what I will say is this: James Cook was the best player in the Bills uniform yesterday.
Oh, he had a couple. I mean,
he was the best player in the Bills uniform. And the fact that they kept going to Josh Allen in short yardage situations and not finding a way to turn around and give it off to James Cook because they want Josh Allen to look like the hero, that was hurting them.
No, that is not why they did that. There's
I don't know
no
why they did
way.
it. There's 13 carries, 85 yards, and 2 touchdowns, and that's the guy. He only had 13 touches. He had 0 touches on the final drive of the game when the game is on the line.
That's a massive gaffe. You are correct. That's a mistake and something that should not have happened. Monday morning quarterback, I'm sure that they would love to have that back. But it was not a master plan to try to make Josh Allen look the best way possible, risking losing the AFC Championship game.
No, I don't think that's the master plan. I'm just saying, like, they leaned on the guy that was not their best player that night. James Cook was the best player. His touchdown, the one where he leaped out, got hit in midair, reached over the goal line still as he was falling to the ground without putting his forearm on the ground, but his hand, that play there, that was the play of the night. That was the play of the night for the Bills. That was the most impressive thing I saw from the Bills. You keep trying to bring up some throw that Josh Allen made in the middle of the game at some point, saying he got a 92. What do you grade James Cook's performance?
You know, if he got used more, it'd be higher. That's what you said. Like, what?
He can't call carries for himself.
No, I know. He probably had a 90+. Great. 95 player grade in that game in this hypothetical universe that I just created 5 minutes ago. James Cook had a
92 for Josh Allen is crazy.
I mean, he's going against who we are agreeing to be a top 2 quarterback of all time.
Yeah.
In Arrowhead, with Andy Reid still as head coach, with Steve Spagnuolo, who will be the first defensive coordinator admitted to the Pro Football Hall of Fame. It's difficult to beat that man.
You know who lost this game for real for the Bills? I don't want to blame Josh Allen. I don't want to blame Sean McDermott. I'm blaming the front office. I'm blaming Mr. Bean. Because not only is the reason why number 15 is in a red and yellow and white uniform and not a blue and white one because of the trade you made on draft day in 2017, sending the number 10 pick to the Chiefs for future considerations and draft picks, you also handed him over his number 1 target last night in Xavier Worthy in this past draft, trading out of a pick to give the Chiefs Xavier Worthy, and you draft Keon Coleman with the Chiefs pick. And as I look at the box score here, Xavier Worthy, the guy who was the fastest man in the draft, and we know what Patrick Mahomes was able to do with a fast wide receiver in Tyreek Hill. Worthy, 6 catches, 85 receiving yards, 101 total yards when you add in the rushes, and a touchdown. Keon Coleman, 1 catch, 12 yards. Best thing he did for them this postseason was the offensive pass interference he did against Tre'Davious White of the Ravens that got called a DPI and gifted them 7 points. By the way, that Mac Hollins touchdown, OPI as well. I don't know why. They found the glitch in the system. The refs are never going to call it, so I think more teams should start playing that way. But, yeah, you can just run man-to-man, full-on, full-arm extension, stiff-arm a guy off of you and go catch it, and that's fair game now. So I hope that's called every way for every team. In fact, the Chiefs should utilize that in the Super Bowl. We'll see if people complain then.
Yeah, the Kansas City Chiefs won the AFC Championship.
Yeah.
We've
Easy
seen
work,
this
man.
time and time again.
7 straight.
Serious question for you. What's different about this year's team than not last year's, but 2 years ago? With this matchup, looking at it, we're already 2 weeks out from it now.
Hey, I think you know what the difference is. And it ain't in red. It ain't in red. What buddy called him, the Commanders fan? Shay Schwan? That dude. Shayshawn Barkley? Shawana Bark? What he said?
I swear, Shayshawn Barkley is the best. We survived the Giants, and now the Eagles got Shayshawn Barkley.
That guy.
Lord.
That's the difference. That guy's the difference. Because while we're, parading on what was an amazing game, an amazing back and forth, 4 lead changes in the second half there, the Chiefs needing a game-winning drive and shutting Josh Allen down on a 4th and 5 where he threw a miracle up. The Eagles needed none of that because they had Saquon Barkley, 15 carries, 118 yards, 3 touchdowns, including the very first play of the game where he went 60 yards to the house. I don't know if there is an actual way to stop this Eagles attack. It feels like impervious to any kind of defensive play call, but if there's one man I trust to be able to do it, it is Spags, who has done it game after game, year after year. The Eagles, 55-23 over the Washington Commanders. C-Cat, I feel bad, and we're going to get into this game next on the other side here. I feel bad for the way that I ditched that Commanders bandwagon. Because remember, before the Lions game, we talked, and we were like, yo, the Commanders actually have a shot here. Then we got on the air, and we said, hey, here on Theoretically Speaking, we said, hey, bet on Jaden Daniels. We were at the South Florida Fair. Bet on Jaden Daniels. The Commanders are going to give the Lions a true fight, and they did. They beat them by 2 scores. That next night, right after the Commanders beat the Lions, remember when we did the show, you, me, Colin Russo?
Sure did.
Did a little special after the divisional round, and I was on the hype train still. I said, you know what? The Commanders can beat the Eagles. That was my pick that night. I said, it's going to be Commanders-Chiefs. Commanders going to get by the Eagles. The Chiefs are going to beat the Bills. I've always been 10 toes on that. I made that pick on that show. I woke up that next morning sick to my stomach. I woke up that next morning and something felt funny. I digged more into the stats, the analytics of it all. I listened to some smart people talk, and I said, damn it, I don't think the Commanders have a chance. So I felt like a phony coming on the next day and saying I'm all over the Eagles. They're going to crush the Commanders, but I feel much better today that my gut feeling changed the way I thought about this game. 55-23, and it might not even been that close in the second half. It got ugly.
Oh, yeah, it was very bad, and the turnovers didn't help, which it's very annoying because it's completely out of Jaden Daniels' hands whether or not his return team or his receiver fumbles the football.
It's out of Eckler's hands, too, and Amy Brown.
Exactly. It's
out of their hands.
Literally out of their hands as soon as someone in that vicious Eagles secondary comes after them. So you feel bad there, but there was no chance if those balls even were not fumbled, and those turnovers never happened. The Eagles were going to win that game 10 times out of 10 times.
It was over. That game was over as soon as Saquon Barkley touched the ball.
I don't know. It felt closer than it should have been at halftime.
Well, the thing is, the Eagles felt like they were scoring with such ease, whereas the Commanders had to work for every yard, fight for every. Like, they had 2 fourth-down conversions on the first drive, And then they were like, all right, we're really playing with this a little bit. Like, we need to just kick the field goal and take the 3. That was like, what, a 17 play?
It was 17 plays for 3 points. Eagles, it was 1 play for 7.
So come on. I feel like the game ends there because that is a back-breaking feel. Though it's the Eagles defense that has to trot back out there and probably is a little worn down, I feel like your spirit gets a little broken when you work that hard for 3 points and then they just walk in and then they play one play, checked it at the line of scrimmage, threw it to Saquon Barkley, and he did exactly. And it's not just the fact that they scored so quickly, it was the way in which they scored. A Saquon Barkley run. Because I forget what the totals were. Adam Schefter tweeted it out after the game, which, by the way, Adam Schefter tweets these days. Not looking so hot. Adam Schefter tweeted it out right after the game. I think he has 7 touchdowns and 500 and something total yards against the Commanders this year.
Wow. Like
Saquon Barkley has literally broken the spirits of fans, and that's why they're calling him out of his name. It's crazy.
Yeah, Saquon Barkley, I tweeted this out, and I mean it with all of my heart. Saquon's not the most valuable player in football. I think it's impossible to be the most valuable player in football if you're not a quarterback. I think he's the best. I think Saquon Barkley is the best football player.
Wow. I can't believe you're saying that on the heels of Patrick Mahomes making it to a Super Bowl for a 3rd straight year.
Because he wasn't the reason they won last night. The defense was the reason they won, which is great.
How many other quarterbacks do you think you could put in the Chiefs uniform last night and they get the same result?
Probably 3.
That is crazy.
I think
you might be a hater.
You could put
might be a hater.
Any of the top 4. You put Burrow, you could put
Josh
Lamar
Allen
Jackson
is not accurate enough.
And Josh Allen.
He's not accurate enough. He just isn't. He's not accurate enough down the field, which is why Joe Brady doesn't trust him. Hey, Josh, game's on the line. What are we going to do? Bubble screen. Hand it off. Turn around and hand it off or do a bubble screen. Nothing else.
That play
Nothing
was
else
there
can
to
I
be
trust
had
you
if
with.
Amari Cooper did not stumble.
Oh, blame the 30-year-old receiver for the bubble screen on 3rd and 10?
When the ball's in his hands, I mean, there's no one else to blame.
Is
The
he
ball was
Josh
thrown
Allen or
perfectly.
is he Kirk Cousins?
So, yeah, again, the play call was not Josh Allen's fault.
Captain checkdown.
Does he have the playbook under his jersey and he chose what to do in that moment?
He's such a gunslinger. He's amazing. He's throwing the ball laterally. His air yards last night might have been negative. Are you rooting for or against a Chiefs three-peat? Are you rooting for history to happen in 2 weeks, or are you sick and tired of the evil empire that is Kansas City right now, as they are on the precipice of history in the NFL? A three-peat has never been done in the Super Bowl era, and the Chiefs are 1 win away from doing so. Are you pro-Chiefs or are you pro-Eagles? And most people that are pro-Eagles right now are just doing it in spite of the Chiefs. Let us know here on Theoretically Speaking, 888-760-3776. 888-760-3776. Are you pro-Chiefs or are you anti-dynasty? I'm curious where you stand, because I do believe as much as y'all are hating on them and you're trying to find up weird conspiracies in which how they're winning, this is good for the league. The Chiefs being the new Darth Vader, the Chiefs being the new evil empire is good for the NFL. It is good to have a dynasty to be a measuring stick for other teams, especially when there's some real talent making some immaculate plays in that red, yellow, and white. Stop hating. Stop hating and enjoy the greatness, like that dog Nate said. 888-760-3776. That's the Baptist Health Hotline on Theoretically Speaking. Are you experiencing foot and ankle pain and need to see an expert in the field? Baptist Health Orthopedic Care has a team of foot and ankle orthopedic surgeons and specialists who are regarded as leaders in their specialty. Visit baptisthealth.net/ortho to learn more today. Baptist Health Orthopedic Care combines its resources of experienced physicians and leading-edge treatments and technology to provide advanced orthopedic, foot and ankle, joint replacement, spine, and sports medicine care. Visit baptisthealth.net/ortho for more information today. Baptist Health Orthopedic Care has offices conveniently located in Palm Beach County through the Florida Keys. Learn more by visiting baptisthealth.net/ortho. 888-760-3776. That's the Theoretically Speaking Baptist Health Hotline. Pull up and let me know. Are you pro or anti-Chiefs? Of course, as a Chiefs fan, this one is easy for me, but I do believe this dynasty is good for the NFL. We've learned, especially in the NBA, sometimes too much parity isn't a good thing. And, of course, you want teams like the Bills to have a stab at it. You want the Commanders to feel relevant again. You want the Ravens to finally be able to feel glory. I mean, they've been so deprived of winning, right? The Baltimore Ravens, everybody should feel bad for them.
Well,
I say that in jest. Y'all just won a couple Super Bowls.
Yeah.
Yeah. So did the Eagles. But there's some people out there that are rooting for that franchise as if Philly hasn't seen enough success. in spite of the Chiefs. I'm curious where you stand. We'll get your take on that, plus our fans here on Theoretically Speaking when we go to the other side, and a more in-depth breakdown of how Sirianni and the Eagles bunch just trashed the Commanders. 888-760-3776. This is Theoretically Speaking on ESPN 106.3.
Live from the Anajar and Levine Accident Attorney Studios. Anajar and Levine Accident Attorneys. Call 1-800-747-FREE. This is ESPN 106.3.
Finally, it's time to focus on what really matters. Basketball season. It's Evan Cohen from Unsportsmanlike, and I'm thrilled to say that ESPN 106.3 is your home for the Miami Heat. Yes, every dunk, every clutch shot, and every win. Heat culture.
Hi, this is Scott Smith of Smith Ball, Baez, and Prather, Florida Injury Lawyers. I have said it many times before, and I will continue to say it for many years to come. There is never a good time for a car accident to occur, and most certainly never ever a good time to suffer injuries in any type of an accident. The accident and its overall aftermath will usually cause pain, difficulty, and stress. Florida law allows accident victims to recover compensation for such losses, injuries, and damages. But such recovery is often not obtained easily and can require a lengthy fight with an insurance company. If you've been injured in an accident, call us now. Don't delay. The initial consultation is completely free of charge. The sooner you call us, the sooner we can put our experienced legal team to work for you. Don't hesitate or pause for another minute. Our experience, knowledge, and resources could be working for you just minutes after the call. If you've been injured, the lawyers at Smith Ball, Baez, and Prather will help. Call us at 500-HELP, 500-HELP. With Smith Ball, Baez, and Prather, help is just a phone call away. Offices Palm Beach Gardens, Boca Raton, and Port St. Lucie.
We want to see you in a Greenway Kia. Rev up the new year with a resolution that drives change at Greenway Kia of West Palm Beach. If you haven't seen the exciting new 2020 to 2025 Kias, now's the time. We've got one of the area's largest selections of award-winning Kias, all backed by an industry-leading 10-year, 100,000-mile limited warranty. From sleek designs to premium features, advanced tech, and cutting-edge safety, every new Kia is built to give you peace of mind. And if you're ready to drive green, Kia's hybrids, plug-in hybrids, and electric vehicles offer fewer emissions, lower maintenance costs, and the same fun driving experience you expect. Greenway Kia of West Palm Beach, where more Kias hit the road every day. Call 800-NEW-KIAs or visit GreenwayKiaWestPalmBeach.com.
We want to see ya in a Greenway Kia.
Warranty is a limited powertrain warranty. See Kia.com or retailer for details.
ESPN 106.3, playing hits from the 80s, 90s, and today.
I love the music they play.
This is Evan Cohen from Unsportsmanlike. 80s music creeping into our airwaves? Sure, why not? It's the one time you won't hear me talking sports. So here's a throwback for your drive. Consider it our way of saying, you're welcome.
I am obsessed with it.
The 12-team college football playoff comes to a close, and schools are making out like bandits. Mike Rizzo here from Russo and Rizzo with the Sports Business Minute presented by the FAU MBA in Sport Management Program. NIL, name, image, and likeness, has been a topic of controversy in collegiate sports for the last few years. The Ohio State Buckeyes, who just won the national championship, reportedly spent over $20 million on their roster. Not only does NIL give these universities a strategic advantage on the field or court, it also gives them an advantage on the money side for their bottom line. Donors are lining up far and wide with ties to the university to see their teams win. This is the Sports Business Minute presented by the FAU MBA in Sport Management Program. Accelerate your career in sports with the program committed to developing top-notch executives and managers with a focus on the job placement for students and graduates. The FAU MBA in Sport Management Program.
Here's the reality, and I love him more than anybody on the planet, I think, in this industry. He got the ball back with 3 minutes, down 3 with 3.5 minutes to go. He just didn't get it done. Just on first down, throw the check down instead of throwing that ball over the middle of the field. That Tony Romo was calling a throwaway, throw a check down. I've watched you do it all year. Second down, ball gets batted down. Third down, they throw the screen to Coop. Don't slip a little bit. You step out of a tackle, you score. And then fourth down, I want to tip my hat to Steve Spagnuolo. How do you not expect that?
Live from the Anajar and Levine Accident Attorney Studios, Theo Dorsey is theoretically speaking. Streaming live on YouTube, here's Theo Dorsey.
That was Josh Allen's number one fan, Dan Orlovsky, on Unsportsmanlike this morning with Evan Michelle and Chris Canty. C-Cat, can I get the beginning part of that again? Because Dan Orlovsky finally reveals something that he has not been honest about and truthful about his whole time as he's been, again, remember, he's an MVP voter who has been parading for Josh Allen to win MVP since the season started. Take a listen to what he says to start this off again.
Here's the reality, and I love him more than anybody on the planet.
Look at that. I love him more than anybody on the planet. You know Josh Allen just got engaged this year.
That's why they don't have – I was going to say. That's why they don't let doctors do surgery on their spouse.
Yeah.
You just have a conflict of interest.
100%. Why does this guy have an MVP vote when he literally loves Josh Allen more than – if he loves Josh Allen more than anybody on this planet and that man is getting married soon, is he going to try to object at the wedding is the question.
Possibly.
Because Dan Orlovsky is obviously enthralled.
He sports loves him.
Josh Allen can do.
We talk Evan Cohen. I don't know if Evan Cohen coined this phrase or not, but sports hate. He sports loves him.
That's cool.
He watches his tape before he goes to bed at night.
I know, but here's the thing. Obviously, he hasn't hid that he has a bias towards Josh Allen. He hasn't hid that at all, but he finally came out with it by saying that in that phrase. And then he was also critical of him, right? He was critical of him afterwards, which I give him credit for finally not coddling Josh Allen and saying he could have been better. But you, I think, feel similarly to Dan Orlovsky, where you love the guy so much that you're giving him a 92 grade when clearly it was a B- at best. B- or a B straight.
I mean, they were right there. They scored how many points?
29.
29?
Yeah.
That's a lot of points. That's enough points to win a football game.
Josh Allen gets a B- You know who gets an A+? James Cook. James Cook carried them. And that offensive line, they get an A+ as well.
A 92 is not an A+. A 92 is like an A. A-.
You're not getting a 92 with their performance. He literally, by the same token that you're saying that a few plays Josh Allen could have made would have won the Bills the game, I can say at that same point then, he didn't make those plays. So he lost him the game.
A couple of plays could have been made around him. Maybe the shove behind him could have pushed him a little bit further. Because, again, I'll go back to the point that I made at approximately 2:01:30 Eastern Time.
Push him harder so he can be the MVP.
Or scheme. No, I don't care about the MVP. It's about winning a football game. How much is a win and a loss factoring into your quarterback grade of the day? Because it seems to me that is the only factor between a good game and a bad game. Because last week, you were all in favor of saying, Lamar, he didn't get outplayed. It was just one of those things, didn't win the game, drop here, drop there. Fumble happened, interception happened.
That's because Josh Allen actually did not have a great game last game. He just was a lot of dink and dunks. What was his final stat line? He didn't do anything to impress me last game. Did he impress you?
No, he didn't impress me that much, no.
All right, so that's all I was saying. It was like Lamar Jackson actually did more that game to help the Ravens win than what Josh Allen did for the Bills in this game against the Chiefs.
Then I would say the same exact thing.
They both lost.
I would say the same thing. Josh Allen did more for the Bills to win this game than Pat Mahomes did for the Chiefs to win this game.
Oh, but that would be incorrect. But I'm glad we could play this game. Like, it literally, they played in the same game, and Patrick actually did more than enough to win the game for the Chiefs, whereas Josh Allen didn't. He could not convert in 4th and short. He could not convert on this 2-point conversion. He also, on top of those things, failed to check his protection the right way, so he had pressure in his face. You're grading him on a curve that it was a good ball, quote unquote, because he had pressure in his face. You know whose fault that was? That was Josh Allen's fault.
Sure.
Even his biggest lover in the planet admits that was Josh Allen's fault. So he failed in those areas in the biggest moments in the biggest game. So he did not do enough to win the game.
And you're not considering the units that these guys are going against. Chiefs defense, top 2. Bills defense, top 10. Maybe top 15.
Look, they did enough to stop the Ravens.
Yeah.
They did more than enough to stop the Ravens. They did more than enough to also stop the Chiefs in pivotal plays. And like, again, the
we
Bills
talked
defense.
about that. The Ravens beat the Ravens in that game. With the amount of drops, there was no defensive effort to do that. And that's what we saw. It was completely a throw-up-on-yourself performance by the Ravens.
It was you lose 2 fumbles. There was a bad interception thrown by Lamar Jackson as well. And then the 2 Mark Andrews drops. Those are mistakes you can't have. But that's the thing, though. The Bills don't play to beat teams, it doesn't feel like these days. They play to not beat themselves, and they wait and see if you're going to beat yourself. And you can't do that against Patrick Mahomes. You can do that against the Ravens. Y'all beat yourselves every playoffs.
Oh, you just
The
got to
Chiefs
wait.
don't.
Yeah.
And that's what I think. You can't. That's why, to me, like I said, Lamar actually had a good game. And again, if we're rating drops, the Mark Andrews drop on the 2-point conversion after Lamar Jackson led a game-winning drive. Like, remember, both Lamar and Josh Allen got put in similar circumstances these past 2 games. In fact, I would say it was tougher on Lamar because he was actually down by 8, whereas Josh Allen was down by 3. All he had to do was get in the field goal range, and he couldn't do it. Lamar had to get a touchdown in a 2-point conversion. He converted on getting the touchdown with a few great plays that actually get overshadowed because following that following that touchdown, Mark Andrews had one of the biggest drops in playoff history. So it's not apples to apples. I'm not making excuses for Lamar Jackson or for Josh Allen. Honestly, both of their faults is that they're playing against Patrick Mahomes.
I mean, yeah, that happens to be the common denominator here.
That's Tiger Woods. That's Michael Jordan.
And people are hesitating to directly correlate how they feel about the Chiefs to how they feel about the Patriots. People are trying to say that they have more vitriol to the Chiefs than they did the Patriots.
That's just because it's happening right now.
Yeah, they're lying
liars.
to themselves. Yeah. The amount of hate that Tom Brady and Bill Belichick and Giselle and all of that got when he was in the middle of it, it's the same.
I literally picked my favorite team at the time because I hated the Patriots. That was why I actually liked the Panthers. That was my first love when the Panthers and the Patriots came to Houston for the Super Bowl, and I was a kid with no NFL home. At that time, I liked the Chiefs. I actually kind of liked the Packers a little bit. My uncle Scotty, makes a lot of, he's a carpenter. He made me this really cool, neat Packers train. I got a train. It was really cool. It was neat. I like the Chiefs, I like the Packers. I had no real home. And I saw the Patriots came to town to the H, and they were going against the Panthers. I said, you know what? I'm rocking with these fellas in Carolina blue. And that's how it incepted. It was my hatred for the Patriots that spawned my Panthers love. And now people are acting as if this is the real evil empire. They're acting as if these are not talented football players, but they're being gifted wins. And at a certain point, it's starting to get a little tired. It also is the wrong, 2025 Twitter, it's just,
It's tired.
It's tired. It's nothing but trolls everywhere. Like all the misinformation, the fake graphs and stats and all of that. I sent you that picture of comparing Patrick Mahomes to Tom Brady. And I know we're supposed to be talking Eagles and Commanders. We'll get to that, but this is obviously the game of the game of the day. Is there any way we can get that graphic up?
Yeah.
Patrick Mahomes' career through 8 years compared to the greatest quarterback of all time, Tom Brady, it is one that is actually, you probably assume Patrick Mahomes has the edge in general because of all the winning that the Chiefs have been doing, but I don't think I realized just how much more dominant this run has been statistically and winning-wise to Tom Brady as what we're seeing. C-Cat, through 112 games of both of their careers, Mahomes has a better record, a better completion percentage, more passing yards per attempt, more passing yards per game, more passing touchdowns, less interceptions, a better passer rating, more rushing yards clearly, more rushing touchdowns, more yards per rush. They both have the same amount of actual Super Bowl wins at this point in their careers at 3. But Mahomes has more Pro Bowls, more All-Pros. He has more MVPs. He actually has all 3 Super Bowl MVPs, whereas Tom Brady only had 2 out of the 3 Super Bowls he won. Patrick Mahomes, everybody was saying it at the top of this year, C-Cat. If the Chiefs three-peat, and they were saying this back when they thought it was impossible, and now I'm pulling all y'all cards. If the Chiefs three-peat, Mahomes would instantly become the greatest football player of all time. He would surpass Brady with a three-peat this year. They said it. I said it. Obviously, I'm a little bit more biased. How do you feel about that statement now that we're only one game, 60 minutes away from it?
So you said best, greatest?
Greatest of all time.
Yeah, I'd probably say greatest because great encapsulates your achievements and the eye test and the numbers and the stats. I think that's a fair assumption to make, yeah. Because Mahomes did it looking more athletic than Tom Brady, so you have the eye test there.
Yeah.
Brady made throws that many other quarterbacks couldn't, but like Mahomes, Brady was also put in an ecosystem that was able to blossom out the greatest quarterback that we've ever seen before.
Yeah, he also, like Patrick, he made it look good, make it look sexy, right?
Yes,
like,
we thought that it was, if Mahomes could keep up what he looked like and the numbers he was putting up early in his career and the Super Bowls came, it was something incomparable.
Yeah.
The fact that now Mahomes' only goal is to win, which, we know.
It works.
It works, and the numbers aren't as flashy, but that's a very adult decision by Patrick Mahomes. Now he's kind of tapered off a little bit. Those oh my gosh throws that you used to see from Pat Mahomes, they're not as frequent. He's not taking those chances anymore.
Yeah.
But, yeah, even I can admit that if Pat Mahomes wins the Super Bowl, three-peat.
It's over with. I think it's over with. Because also, obviously, he has more career left to play, right? And obviously, also for Patrick Mahomes, he lost to Brady twice. That's not going to ever get lost in this, right? 2018 AFC Championship and the 2022 or 21 Super Bowl. He lost those two head-to-head battles with Brady, which is always going to give Brady a bit of an upper hand. But through just these first 8 seasons and 7 years of starting for Patrick Mahomes, he has literally made it to the AFC Championship game every single season he started. He's the first quarterback in the history of the NFL to win 2 games, multiple playoff games in 6 or more seasons in a row. This is the 6th straight year that the Chiefs have won multiple playoff games. It's never been done before. He's got this team winning one-possession games as well. Like, he's putting on his cape at the right time, and the rest of the team is stepping up as well, in a way in which we've never seen before. It's an unprecedented run, 17 in a row of one-possession score games. Like, he's doing things that we've never seen done before, and the man ain't even turned 30 years old yet. Only 2 other quarterbacks have actually reached 5 Super Bowl games, which Mahomes just did over the weekend. That's Brady. That's Montana. Brady did it at 35. Montana did it at 33. Patrick Mahomes is still 29.
Counterpoint.
And he's winning them.
Brady did it leaving Belichick. We're going to have the conversation where if Mahomes never does it post-Reed, you had to have the conversation.
Yeah, I'm cool with that. I like that.
Like, I think you got to prove a little bit that you are the biggest piece of the pie.
Yeah.
Because if he is the activator in the straw that stirs the drink, that's fantastic. Maybe it's just unfortunate that these 3 other very talented quarterbacks that are in his era, in his conference, don't happen to have the same recipe around them. Maybe they're less fortunate and just don't have the wins that Mahomes does because he was given to the Chiefs.
I want to remind everybody what people thought of Andy Reid before Patrick Mahomes showed up. You can't take one without the other. Andy Reid was a guy that couldn't win the big game. He was a guy that couldn't get over the hump. He was a regular season savant. He was a guy that people in Philly were glad when he left.
Winningest coach in franchise history.
Right. Right. But just like they talk about Kyle Shanahan sometimes today, and I would think even Shanahan might have better PR and a better Q rating than what Andy Reid had back before he had Patrick Mahomes. And the same way that they talked about Ryan Day with Ohio State, right? Like, these coaches that weren't able to actually get over the hump and get that Super Bowl, Andy Reid was not the infallible character that he is today. He became that once he got Patrick Mahomes. Did Mahomes get Reid in the Chiefs? Yes. But did Reid and the Chiefs also get Mahomes? Also, yes. You put Josh Allen in that spot. You put Lamar Jackson in that spot. You put Joe Burrow in that spot. You're not getting those same results.
Yeah, but we can all admit that those quarterbacks are superior to Donovan McNabb, Kevin Kolb, Alex Smith, and whoever else was playing quarterback for the Eagles and Chiefs in his time.
Maybe. But also, quarterbacks today are just more superior than that. Like, the quarterback play right now, there's so many guys that have elite tools and so many guys that are so heavily versatile. I mean, look at the Super Bowl right now. Jalen Hurts, where is he on your pecking order of quarterbacks right now?
Outside the top 5.
And he might be, if he lined up for Andy Reid, that might be the best quarterback he's played or coached Like a lot of people would say he's better than Donovan McNabb.
Yeah, I'm seeing Eagles fans say that he is the greatest Eagles quarterback in history already.
And Hurts isn't even a top 10 quarterback for a lot of people today. It's debatable. It's hard for me to judge what he actually is based on what that ecosystem's been in Philadelphia and how strong the roster's been around him. But hell, he wins a lot of football games. But again, I say all of this to say this. When people try to discredit Mahomes because he's tied to Andy Reid, I want you to remember what you thought of Andy Reid before Mahomes got there. That's it. Maybe you had the foresight to know that he actually was an elite level coach, but he definitely wasn't a lock for the Hall of Fame before Mahomes walked through that door.
No.
It's truth.
No, not a lock for the Hall of Fame. Not until he won a Super Bowl.
Same for Brady and Belichick, so same goes for him.
Yeah, that's true.
But also, guess what Brady and Belichick never did even together?
What's that?
Three-peat.
I said, what's that? Knowing the answer.
I know. No, thanks for playing.
This sucks.
This
sucks so bad.
Why are you mad at the Chiefs? Why?
The reason why I'm mad at the Chiefs is because in the past 2 years or so, I have had so many hate watches just in basketball, football, baseball. A lot of more so rooting against a team than rooting for a team. And the Bills winning last night would have given me a chance to not just root against the Eagles, but actually have a team that I would be happy when a Super Bowl. Just root for. They're not my favorite team, but I'd be happy and content with that.
Yeah.
I already saw one of the hosts here win a championship last week. I can't be on this show with you and have you also win a Super Bowl.
Hey, to be honest, number one, I'm fresh off of 2, so it wouldn't be anything new to me. Secondly, the Super Bowl's on the same exact day of my anniversary, so it's not even going to be the main thing for me that day. So it's going to be second in the hierarchy of things I celebrate on Sunday. But when the Chiefs do three-peat, I'll be very excited. Why are you making that face?
This is just, you're spitting in the face of every sports fan.
What are you talking about? My anniversary is more important than the Super Bowl?
Yes. You will have an anniversary next year, a year after that.
It's my first anniversary for my wedding. It's my first anniversary for my marriage, which is the most pivotal thing for my life. The Chiefs, near and dear to my heart.
So a year from next Sunday, are you going to say that last year's was more important in terms of anniversaries? No. The next one's always most important in terms of anniversaries and a marriage.
Yeah, right. And the next Super Bowl going to be the most important as well. Damn it. That's how it works. I'm on to the next game.
We had fans living on the roof of their houses waiting for a Super Bowl. I guess it was waiting for a win or whatever. For a regular season win, Browns fans were putting their health at risk.
Yeah.
And you are saying that a Super Bowl win would be second in priority to that day. Not that year, not in your life, but in that day, they won't be the number one thing that matters.
Yep. I'm a smart man, C-Cat.
This is why
if you are smart, and I know, what do you want to say? You want to criticize my fandom now? Like, go ahead.
That's not what I was criticizing. I'm criticizing not your fandom, but you as a fan. You could be about the Panthers. I wouldn't care.
Yeah. It doesn't matter to me. Like, my life is always going to come paramount to my teams. It's going to be number one. I care about me before I care about my teams. I still care about them dearly, but sorry, I would not put my life on the line for the Chiefs. You wouldn't put your life on the line for the Ravens. Hell, you were rooting for the Bills.
That's not true.
The South Florida Fair is open. 17 days of entertainment. You were rooting for Josh Allen, excuse me. 17 days of entertainment has been stringing together. They got this thing kicking until February 3rd, including some of the activations you can get into: the Thrilling Royal Spectacular Show, live music, a new Ag Ventureland, farm animals in the Kabuto Ag Zone. Of course, you got some rides, games, and some delicious fair food. On Thursdays, that's BOGO Day at the fair, all right? Buy one admission ticket, you get one free. Every food vendor also is going to have a BOGO deal for you as well. You know what it means, man. You got to pull up. You got to try all the different vendors out. C-Cat and I did that. We posted a reel on Instagram. Check out some of the food. Check out all the activities and entertainment for yourself if you go online, southfloridafair.com, or download the Fair app. The South Florida Fair is open through February 2nd right here in West Palm Beach, southfloridafair.com. My wife's always going to be number one. Sorry about that, C-Cat. You ain't tricking me.
But for one day, you can... Listen,
it's my anniversary. Do you not know how big the first anniversary is?
I guess not, because I haven't had a wedding nor a first wedding anniversary.
This is paramount in my life. And you're not going to catch me on wax saying that a damn football game is more important. On the other side, we talk about a football game that was less important, finally, than the AFC Championship, and it was the steamrolling of the Commanders. That's C-Cat. I'm Theo Dorsey. We're Theoretically Speaking on ESPN 106.3.
Live from the Anajar and Levine Accident Attorney Studios. Anajar and Levine Accident Attorneys. Call 1-800-747-FREE. This is ESPN 1063.
The Business Development Board of Palm Beach County invites you and your company to participate in the BDB Claim Your Future Showcase on January 30th from 9 a.m. to 2 p.m. at the Palm Beach County Convention Center. Each year, the BDB collaborates with local businesses, organizations, and universities to showcase various opportunities for the future workforce in Palm Beach County. To attend this event or to become an exhibitor, please visit www.bdb.org.
It's time for baseball in West Palm Beach. Spring training is just around the corner, and Cacti Park at the Palm Beaches is the place to be. Grab your family and friends and soak in the sunshine, green grass, and the crack of a bat. Watch the Houston Astros and the Washington Nationals take on the New York Yankees, Mets, Braves, and for the first time ever, the Toronto Blue Jays. Catch the excitement from February 22nd through March 23rd. Tickets are on sale now at cactipark.com. Don't miss your chance to be a part of the action. Secure your seat today.
The Palm Beach Health Network Physician Group, an affiliate of the Palm Beach Health Network, is committed to delivering high-quality care to the communities they serve. Their award-winning physicians and specialists provide a level of expertise that has resulted in regional firsts and outstanding patient outcomes. For a physician referral, call 866-654-2362. To learn more about the Palm Beach Health Network Physician Group, visit pbhnphysiciangroup.com. pbhnphysiciangroup.com to get in touch with the Palm Beach Health Network Physician Group.
South Florida's one and only PGA Tour event returns to the Champion Course at PGA National, February 26th through March 2nd. The Cognizant Classic in the Palm Beaches will deliver a best-in-class on-site experience featuring a variety of fan amenities alongside the premier competition. Kids 15 and under are admitted free with a ticketed adult. This can't-miss event is right around the corner. Buy your tickets now at thecognizantclassic.com.
While it's not always possible to see contaminated water coming out of the faucet, the taste is difficult to ignore. And what about plastics and pharmaceuticals now in the water? The team at Culligan is here to help. Culligan offers water testing and reverse osmosis systems designed to filter out those contaminants right at the source. Culligan has been helping the local community with water issues since 1936. Schedule your appointment today at Culligan.com.
Hey, Culligan Man! Good Greek Moving and Storage. Your superhero movers.
It's the Good Greek Spiro. For the best move ever, go to goodgreek.com.
Good Greek Moving and Storage. Your superhero movers.
Now at DQ Grill and Chill, enjoy $7 meal deals. The 3-piece chicken strip meal deal and the original cheeseburger meal deal. Both come with fries, a 21-ounce drink, and a sundae. Sweeten the deal and upgrade to a small Blizzard treat for just $2 extra. Get more for less at DQ Grill and Chill with the $7 chicken strip meal deal and $7 original cheeseburger meal deal. DQ Grill and Chill with 2 locations, 4828 Lake Worth Road and US 1 just south of North Lake.
The all-new 2025 Land Rover Defender 130, designed for adventure, built for luxury. With seating for up to 8 and power for any terrain, it's ready to take you further. Now with financing as low as 3.9% APR for 48 months. That's just $22.53 a month per $1,000 financed. Visit Land Rover Palm Beach today or go to LandRoverPalmBeach.com to start your adventure in the 2025 Defender 130.
Business owners, are your employees driving you nuts? Is money tight? Or have you just poured your heart and soul into your business and now it's time to retire and just relax? At Transworld Business Advisors, they have buyers from all over the world ready to buy your business now. Call for a confidential conversation about your business's current value. 561-203-5121. That's 561-203-5121 or visit tworld.com today.
The Palm Beach Health Network Physician Group, an affiliate of the Palm Beach Health Network, is committed to delivering high-quality care to the communities they serve. Their award-winning physicians and specialists provide a level of expertise that has resulted in regional firsts and outstanding patient outcomes. For a physician referral, call 866-654-2362. To learn more about the Palm Beach Health Network Physician Group, visit pbhnphysiciangroup.com. pbhnphysiciangroup.com to get in touch with the Palm Beach Health Network Physician Group.
Calling all sports fans, grab your MVP card and head to Duffy's where you can catch all of the action. Not an MVP? Sign up for free and start earning rewards today. Duffy's is voted the best sports grill year after year with their award-winning burgers and wings. Don't forget about Duffy's famous 2-for-1 drinks all day, every day. And with over 80 TVs in every location, you'll never miss a minute of the game. Visit Duffy'sMVP.com to learn more. Duffy's, our game is always on.
Anajar and Levine.
Call 1-800-747-FREE. That's 1-800-747-3733.
ESPN 1063.
WUUB Jupiter, a Good Karma Brands radio station. Live from the Anajar and Levine Accident Attorney Studios.
The man your man could smell it.
Theo Dorsey is theoretically speaking.
But are you a different animal and the same beast?
Streaming live on YouTube.
You're gonna break up with me because of what I do on the radio?
Here's Theo Dorsey.
Good people. Have you not learned anything here on Theoretically Speaking? I am no fool. Number one, I would never pick against Patrick Mahomes, especially against that sad, decrepit franchise, the Buffalo Bills. I would never be foolish enough to think the Chiefs would lose to them at home in the playoffs. But also, as C-Cat sits on the other side of the glass on the ones and twos, he tries to trick me into saying I care more about a football game than my wife. Like, I'm no rookie to this, C-Cat. I'm a genius. What the hell I'm doing?
So you're lying?
I'm not lying. I'm telling the truth.
You're misrepresenting your true beliefs?
No. Legitimately, my anniversary, I got married February 9th of last year. February 9th this year is the Super Bowl. And last year, the Chiefs played 2 days after my wedding. And on the first night of my honeymoon, I enjoyed that game, that big-time win against the 49ers, as the night came to an end in the Dominican Republic. You know? I consummated my Chiefs fandom. And then this year, we didn't realize it was going to happen, but it's, Super Bowl. Super Bowl, same day as my anniversary, and I care more about that than I care about the Chiefs three-peat. They're chasing something that's never been done before in the NFL. Back in 67, the Packers won 3 straight championships, but they weren't Super Bowls yet, and there was only 16 teams in the league, and they also, there was no salary cap. I mean, it was a lot easier to repeat or three-peat back then. This has never been done in modern-day football, a three-peat. And that still pales in comparison to the love I have for my wife. So, take that. The happy hour, baby.
You can show your love every single day, 365.
I do that. Anniversary also means something different, man. It's elevated. It's the first one. It's the first. If this was like anniversary 13, I can get it. It is the first anniversary. I will admit to you that, C-Cat. If this was like even the second anniversary, I would say a Chiefs three-peat. Maybe that trumps, us celebrating this. Now, I'm still going to celebrate it. I'm still going to do my husbandly duties. But, I mean, the Super Bowl would matter more. This one, no. I'm sorry.
No, but
secondary.
You know that on your anniversary day, your wife's going to be there.
Yeah.
You love her.
Yeah.
She's going to be great. You're going to be great. You don't know how the game is going to go. There is doubt on whether or not you will be able to celebrate a three-peat.
Yeah.
There is zero doubt that you're going to be celebrating your anniversary. So when it's unexpected or unguaranteed, winning the Super Bowl, hoisting the Lombardi for the third consecutive time should be a bigger deal that day.
No, it won't be. Because here's what I will say. I can't, and Jalen in the Prize Picks chat, I appreciate you, calling that one out, consummating my Chiefs fandom right there. You didn't give me no love on that one, C-Cat. You're just mad because the Chiefs are winning, and that's my squad. I get it. I would be mad as well. I'm going to give y'all the cocktail of the day, too. Apparently, Tina's out all week. She's on a trip.
Yeah,
like
who could have texted you in the morning letting you know? I did. I told you in the morning.
You text me that?
Yeah.
All right. I literally was on a plane from Atlanta this morning. All right. I had a lot of stuff going on. I was unpacking. I had EDS, air conditioning and plumbing. They pulled up for a little check-in. Had a lot going on this morning. So
what are you sipping on today at 3:05 p.m. as the happy hour begins?
This one is called the Broad and Catherine cocktail. The Broad and Catherine cocktail. This is a Philly-themed cocktail. It's Philly's hippest cocktail.
What?
The Broad and Catherine cocktail. I don't know what that means. I'm getting this off of thekitchen.com. It says it's Philly's hippest cocktail.
I don't want to have any cocktail that's described as the hippest.
But it's Philly's.
Okay, yes.
Okay.
Removing that from it, 'cause I'm not a fan of that city whatsoever, but hey, you're going to love this drink. It's the hippest.
It's the hippest.
All right, get that away from me.
Maybe this is a Chat GPT generated headline. Here's what comes in the Philly's hippest cocktail, the Broad and Catherine cocktail, which we're sipping on this happy hour. Here's the ingredients. You have a Salerno. Ooh, hold on. Wait.
That's a big word for Elmo.
Salerno blood orange liquor for rinsing your rocks glass. Okay, so you're going to rinse your rocks glass with that. 2 sugar cubes, a few shakes of Angostura bitters, a splash of water, and 2 ounces of Tres Granada Anejo tequila.
Is that word you're looking for? Grenadine?
No, it's not grenadine. I'm not an idiot.
All right.
It's a name brand that I can't pronounce, so I'm not a genius either.
I do like blood orange things in general.
Anejo tequila.
Anejo?
Anejo tequila is what's in it. There's a brand before it that I don't know how to say. Generencia.
We're not good at finding the drinks when Tina's out here.
I know. But this is a Philly cocktail.
Nice.
And this is in celebration of what Philadelphia was able to do to the Commanders over the weekend.
Oh, they beat them.
That game was so overshadowed, man.
Yeah, because it wasn't a game in the second half. And we were just kind of waiting. I was hoping kickoff was at 6, not 6:30 for Bills Chiefs.
Right.
And it was like, all right, can we get there? I actually went fishing. Like I was on the west coast of Florida, fished a little bit, walked along the water.
Are you a fish guy? Like, did you catch any fish?
I did catch a fish. I caught a sheep's head off
How big?
off.
Just show us on the YouTube chat with your hands.
15 inches.
15 inches.
I know that because there's a certain amount of inches it needs to be able to keep it and eat it, and it was past that amount. So did my job there.
That is good.
That was my win of the day, was catching a fish right off the dock.
Was that Sunday?
That was Sunday.
Ah, so this was during the game, after the game, before the game?
It was before the games. And then I went out there, thought about doing it again in between games, but I didn't.
Yeah. And then so after you got done catching that fish, you started fishing for excuses for Josh Allen?
No.
Is that like your next task?
I didn't do that because I thought the Bills were going to win the game. So I didn't think it was necessary.
So you didn't start doing that until after the game. You started looking for – you say, oh, man, Kincaid catches that 99 times out of 100.
He should. That's his professional job, is to catch a football. I feel bad for my girlfriend, though.
Josh Allen's job to throw it on target. Why do you feel bad?
Because, like I said, we were on the west coast of Florida watching the games yesterday and had to drive 2.5 hours back to the east coast last night.
Yeah.
And the whole time I was just in a bad mood. I was just angry.
Why?
Because my hate watches go unsuccessful all the time.
You can't be that mad when your favorite team's not even involved. There's no reason for you to be that mad. Were you more mad tonight or last night than you were when the Ravens lost?
No. I was in shock when the Ravens lost, to be honest.
It is
how
different.
that unfolded. Ooh. I was kind of just paralyzed, and we had a job to do immediately after the game went final.
You're a pro. Nobody gives you enough credit for that. The fact that C-Cat literally like 5 minutes after Mark Andrews dropped the football and literally with it the hopes for Ravens fans all across the nation, you were already gearing up, ready to do our post-divisional round show. You got on there. You were a true professional. We got through it. No tears. We did hear about you sticking your face in the couch or something.
Yeah.
And yelling.
Face down, hopes down, butt up. It was. And that's what happened.
That's so. Did Deanna, does your girlfriend see you like that?
Yes.
Oh,
I do this. I do the classic stand up in front of the TV. So like I have to get out of my seated position against the wall, and I walk up. And you stand up, get as close to the TV as possible, because so your team knows that you're there for them.
Yes.
That if you could, you would have caught that football for the Ravens.
You would have. You would have done it, obviously, the way that you're saying Kincaid should have caught that one.
I caught a touchdown in my day. You know, it was in a joint practice. Second teamers were out there, but was the first team quarterback. Caught it right in the right arm.
Did he hit you in the arm?
Hit me right in the arm. It was one of those passes where I didn't consciously try to catch it.
Yeah.
But all of a sudden the football was in my arms. Like, it was a perfect throw. Just like Josh Allen's was on fourth down and 5.
Right where Kincaid expected it to be. Behind him on the ground.
There is something more demeaning and sad and angry about losing a hate watch. And maybe we coined this term hate watch in the past 5 or so years. Maybe the term hate watch was started in 2016 when the Cavaliers beat the Warriors. but you know it when you see it. When you're rooting just as hard against the team as you are for your favorite team as if they were playing.
Yeah.
And I've been doing that a couple times, and I'm always coming up short in the hate watches, in the fandom watches, and it's wearing me down, man. It is wearing me down.
You have to so I get it. Because if you hate, that burning passion is so strong that you don't get to choose what you hate. You just hate what you hate, right? So I was going to say something that was very foolish and say you have to pick your hate watches wisely. You don't get to choose it.
Oh.
It hits you. It hits you like a ton of bricks. I can't think of a team, and obviously it's because everybody hates the Chiefs right now and nobody else. There's not really a team out there that I actually would say I hate watch right now in the NFL. Maybe the Bengals. I can't stand Bengals fans. Sports fans in the state of Ohio, they're such losers that it's hard for them to break out of that mold. And so they act like losers online. And online, you only become the worst version of yourself more prolifically. So a lot of times, like, I'm just rubbed the wrong way by people from Ohio. Now, my guy Mike Rizzo, who's on the show, Russo and Rizzo, after us every day, 4 to 6, he's actually a good dude. He's cool. He does have a loser mentality when it comes with sports teams, though. He does.
I think I'm kind of on a stay hip on Bengals fans. I think they are master trolls.
They're lame.
I think, like, I saw just as much Joe Burrow content yesterday as I did Josh Allen, Pat Mahomes, and Jalen Hurts combined, because it's kind of like, man, these playoffs aren't the same without Joe Burrow.
Yeah.
They know the interaction they're going to get is all exceedingly negative and hateful towards the Bengals, but they're fishing for that.
They are. They like it. They like to be punished. They like to be abused. They love it. They're Ohio sports fans. They love to be ridiculed. They love to get their hopes up and get burned. It's their nature. It's their inner being. I told you before we started this show, there's 2 sports fandoms that I absolutely cannot stand. It's those from the state of Ohio and then Bostonians. And the Bostonians is because I grew up hate watching the Patriots too, and the Celtics. I'm a Heat fan. It all tied in for me with Bostonians.
You were on the flip side of the coin.
Yeah, I hate watched the Patriots for a while. But honestly, though, after about that 3rd or 4th Super Bowl, I said,
exactly. See,
I said, I ain't got it in me no
quick are you
more.
to forget when all of a sudden your favorite team isn't the team in the middle of a dynasty and you're preaching, enjoy the excellence, enjoy the history.
I did enjoy the excellence.
With the Patriots.
I literally did, yeah.
So you enjoyed the Patriots
the first couple ones,
scoring 13 points and beating the Rams in that Super Bowl?
That was the last time that I actually was rooting against the Patriots or Tom Brady in his run. Because at that point, I was like, you know what? Appreciate greatness. Greatness is happening right in front of my face. You can't deny greatness. Greatness cannot be denied. I appreciated it. I sat back and I watched and I said, you go, boy. In fact, I was in Atlanta on TV back in my day. That was my first stop, actually, South Georgia, where Falcons fans were running amok in the city. And I was parading around the office, clowning all of them when they thought the Falcons were going to win that Super Bowl. What was that, 2016? I love that.
Yeah, the year of 17, season 6.
Yeah, I was pulling for Tom Brady in that one too because I love to see those Falcons tears. So, yeah, I'm not going to act as if I was a fan of Brady and the Patriots, but I definitely, at a certain point after they won a few of them, and of course they cheated their way to a few of them as well, I think that should be kept in mind when you have the GOAT talk. Get caught cheating multiple times. That should probably hurt your resume a little bit. Mahomes, has he got caught cheating?
I mean, we have not found the paperwork that may indicate or incriminate the officials in a couple of calls.
That's the funny thing, too. It's the funny thing, too. Not only were the Patriots getting all those ghost whistles and tuck rules and all of the quote-unquote official cheating stuff, which can't even really be proven, it's more judgment call stuff, they actually got caught red-handed cheating multiple times. And nobody talks about it.
It gets yeah, Spygate is discussed all the time. Deflategate is discussed all the time.
Damn cheaters over there.
So you're telling me in the year 2045, where you are now about 20 years, about 18 years into your Chiefs fandom, and there's the next Patrick Mahomes, whatever his name may be, you won't be rooting against him. You'll be rooting for that dynastic franchise who has a franchise quarterback who is oozing greatness, because we thought we were going to wait generations before there was the next Tom Brady, but it just so happened their careers overlapped by like 4 or 5 years with Patrick Mahomes and Tom Brady.
Here's the difference between me and most of America. I'm just not a hater. Like, I just don't have it in me to actually just hate for the sake of hating. If you're really good and you prove it time after time, I'm gonna be, hey, that's you're damn good at what you do. Congratulations. I might not root for you. I might root against you a little bit. I don't have it in me to just be a hater. You have to really do some things like the Ohio sports fans, like the Boston sports fans, and the Boston sports media for me to hate. Like, I'm not going to hate on a dude because he's really good at a sport. Love me some Wayne Gretzky. Love me some Michael Jordan. Love me some LeBron James. You know, like what do you want me to do? I like Babe Ruth.
I want you, yeah.
I like Ty Cobb.
That's true. You were in his corner the entire time throughout the trade. It didn't matter.
Yeah. I'm like, come on. You know what? This Curse of the Bambino on y'all.
Exactly. I think you coined that term.
Yeah.
You said it on the air the afternoon it happened. And people said, I like the sound of that.
And that's the thing, too. And back when I said that, people kind of was, mad at me. Look at me now.
They were confused because, the drought of World Series for the Red Sox hadn't happened yet. So what does he know that we don't? The curse of the Bambino. He just got traded.
Exactly.
What curse?
Exactly. I was a unicorn back then. Also because I was, a lot of black dudes wasn't talking baseball.
How about the curse of, damn it, what's her name? Kelsey Plum.
Kelsey Plum.
It started on Sunday. The curse of Kelsey Plum.
That changes everything. How in the middle, I can't even enjoy the rest of Championship Sunday because Kelsey Plum gets traded from the Aces to the Sparks.
Wow.
You just dropped that news on me in the middle of halftime and you think I'm not going to overreact?
Cameron Brink. And Kelsey Plum on the same team.
Kelsey Plum and Cameron Brink. What are we doing? And Rakia Jackson?
Good job, Shams Charania, not taking the afternoon off.
This guy's working overtime, breaking that WNBA news right in the middle of Championship Sunday. If you haven't seen that, come on.
They should have led the show, actually.
We should have led the show. It took us too long to get to that. Who got traded for Kelsey? Who went the other way?
I don't know.
Let me check.
I don't know, and I'm not going to pretend to know because I feel like there are some people out there that might pretend to be analysts or interested or invested. And you know what? Maybe I will tune in for a women's Final Four when I see that the game's in overtime. And
Jewel Lloyd.
Who got traded?
Jewel Lloyd from to the Aces.
Does the WNBA have that policy where you can give them the jersey that you own back if your favorite player gets traded? Are they like the NFL in that way?
They should.
All right, good. Just good to know.
Because you're going to trade in your Kelsey Plum Vegas Aces jersey for a Kelsey Plum Los Angeles Sparks jersey?
Yeah, that's actually going to be on my errand list for Wednesday.
Okay.
I'm going to stop by FedEx, drop it off, and make sure I get my new limited edition.
What if they tell you instead of us giving you a new Kelsey Plum Sparks jersey, you have to take the Jewel Lloyd Aces jersey? Is that a deal breaker?
I'd have to go back, watch the tape, see if I'm a fan of her game or not.
Yeah.
And then see if I'm okay committing my fandom to her.
Right.
We'll see.
It's a big commitment. And the Aces, they failed at their three-peat. Remember, that was the whole storyline going into this year.
Come on now.
Chiefs going for a three-peat. UConn men's basketball going for the three-peat in the Aces. That really was the thing. That was the talk. Like, who most likely can get the three-peat?
I feel I have a journalistic responsibility.
Chiefs are one win away.
An entertainment responsibility to just take the needle off the record.
Yeah.
Let's talk about Commanders-Eagles. I feel like one more utter of the word Sparks, L.A. I forgot the name of the other team.
The Aces.
Aces.
That's Vegas. The L.A. Sparks is L.A.
Feel like we've had our fun.
We're the freaking New York Jets, so we're built for this.
Let's do it.
Uh-huh.
Thank you, Aaron Glenn. Thank you, Aaron Glenn, newly minted head coach of the New York Jets. Y'all are the Jets, and y'all are built for it. The Commanders were not built for it on Championship Sunday. Let's talk some Eagles Commanders right now here. Our guy Noah Carbone, who he's been with us since day one here on Theoretically Speaking. He was excited, so excited. He said he was going to pull up on us and talk some crap. Haven't heard from him yet. I think he's a little nervous. But any defense, any coordinator, linebacker, D-line, anybody that is going up against what this Eagles attack is right now should be a word that is beyond nervous. Saquon Barkley against the Commanders, 15 carries, $118 on the ground, 3 touchdowns, including his very first touch that went 60 yards all the way to the house. The Philadelphia Eagles are a buzzsaw, man. They are like what the Ravens are in the NFC. The difference between the Ravens and the Eagles, Barkley has a little more burst than Derrick Henry, and the Ravens probably have the more elite thrower of the football than Lamar Jackson. Outside of that, those two teams mirror each other in a way when it comes to the ways in which they can beat you and the elite defense on the other side that kind of feel unstoppable. Like, the Chiefs are favored. I still am going to likely pick the Chiefs, but what the Eagles have shown us this postseason, I'm a little nervous.
Yeah, you should be. I mean, the Eagles look I think the word that I choose to use is overwhelming.
Yeah.
Because we know the run game is that kind of suffocating, whether it's Saquon or whether it's Hurts tucking it or running on a draw. And then when they choose not to run the football and they choose to use the best man-to-man receiver in the NFL, A.J. Brown, they've done that with ease. And that's not their only target because they have probably a top 5 tight end, and they probably have a top 5, top 10 number 2 receiver in Devontae Smith.
A Heisman winner at receiver. That's a really good number 2 in Devontae Smith. All right, how about this then, C-Cat? If there's one thing that's going to beat the Eagles, similar to the Ravens, it's going to be the Eagles. And those continuity, those chemistry issues that we've seen flare up time and time again since they lost to the Chiefs in the Super Bowl 2 years ago, they seem to be rearing their ugly heads here and there for Philadelphia still. Let's take a listen to Jalen Hurts, who went 20 for 28 on Sunday, 1 touchdown through the air, but he also had 10 carries on the ground, 16 yards, and not 1, not 2, but 3 touchdowns.
He's done a great job. I guess he let me on my straitjacket a little bit today. I don't play the game for stats. I don't play the game for numbers.
That's Jalen Hurts talking about how well Nick Sirianni, his head coach, has led him to this point. Jalen Hurts, who notably before the year, we had the reports come out, stamped by Sal Powell himself, that the Eagles had continuity and chemistry issues, specifically against between head coach and quarterback. And here we are again. I know it probably was a joke. I know it likely was something he was saying to, poke around at a good old buddy. But like J. Cole said in one of his songs recently, all good jokes contain true stuff. And I think Jalen Hurts still has a little ire for his guy, Nick Sirianni, man.
I'm so confused because throughout his entire career that we've known Jalen Hurts, from Bama to Oklahoma and on, we saw how he carried himself with Alabama after getting benched, being put back in a big spot, was always supportive, was always mature. I don't understand this at all from Jalen Hurts because he's contradicting himself. By saying he let me out of my straitjacket, that means he's letting you play less conservative, which would mean your numbers would be better. But he let you out of your straitjacket, and now I don't care about my numbers. It's very contradictory, and I think he may have misspoken. I hope he misspoke, and if it was a slip of the tongue or whatnot, or maybe he was thinking that, didn't mean to say that, but he's definitely used the word straitjacket maybe behind closed doors, not behind a microphone, and he certainly feels like he's been contained. And what you claim with Josh Allen and the Bills, kind of afraid of Josh Allen beating the Bills.
Yeah.
I think the Eagles might be afraid, and we haven't seen it to the T yet. They're afraid of Jalen Hurts hurting the Eagles.
They play more conservatively. They force Jalen Hurts to not, and again, that's why I think in talking about the straitjacket, he's talking about the restraints this offense puts on his ability to just push the ball down the field and have as much free playing and almost taking less risks. It does feel like the Eagles offense has been like that. You know the last time Jalen Hurts has thrown an interception, CK?
When?
November 10th against the Dallas Cowboys on the road. November 10th in a 34-6 victory. That's the last time Jalen Hurts has thrown the ball away. He's gone 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 straight games without throwing an interception. That rivals what Patrick Mahomes is doing on the other side of the bracket in the AFC. He is playing not to lose. He is playing smart football, which is good for the Eagles. I do believe, just like Josh Allen, who got out of character when he saw Patrick Mahomes in that red on Sunday, just like that, when he came out there and threw 2 interception-worthy passes, and he came out there on a 4th down and 5, forgot to set up his check right, got pressured by a couple of guys and threw up a prayer that did not get answered. The Chiefs' way of winning the Super Bowl is going to be getting Jalen Hurts to play outside of his body, to get him to play outside of the straitjacket, the restraints that this Eagles offense has put on him because he has these elite weapons around him. Saquon Barkley, that offensive line that's top 5 unit in the league. A.J. Brown, Devonta Smith, Dallas Goedert. Like, they have all of these elite weapons around him. They want him just to play within the flow of things so they don't turn the ball over. If the Chiefs are going to be able to win this thing, it's going to be similar to what the Commanders were able to do to Jared Goff and the Lions. Get them to turn the ball over. Get them to take some less calculated risks. And that's probably the only way, because 26,
he touched the ball 20 times, he's going to score multiple touchdowns. I don't think it's much of a way to stop that guy or contain him at all.
I mean, he looks like he did when he was 19 and 20-year-olds in college against college players. Like that first touch for that first touchdown, the way he was bouncing off tackles.
That was crazy.
I thought I was transported back to 2017 against Iowa, where him and Josie Jewell were going at it, and I was watching Penn State football as a Penn State student. Saquon Barkley, it really is kind of the underlying story, which always the quarterbacks are the headlines, especially when one of those quarterbacks is Patrick Mahomes. But the wasted years of being a New York Giant, I thought it would deteriorate Saquon more. Maybe we'll see it later on in his career, the years that were taken off his career because of those hits he took as a Giant. But he's picking up where he left off when he got drafted. Saquon Barkley is an X factor, and good luck one-on-one tackling him in space because you simply can't.
You cannot. It's got to be gang tackling. It's got to be bottling him up. It's really got to be. You have to force the Eagles to play into third and pass because you can't have the run be an option. If it is an option, their big play threat. Like other teams, just like when they were looking for a big play, it's a pass down the field. Their big play threat a lot of times is the run, and that is just frightening.
Yes.
You love you some Saquon Barkley. You're a Penn State alum. You hate the Chiefs. Who are you pulling for Super Bowl Sunday?
I've come to terms as a supreme Philadelphia Eagles hater. I actually am tired of them. Like I said, I went to college in Pennsylvania, so I'm surrounded by Philadelphia Eagles fans in my life, and I'm sick and tired to hear them talk about their team. Sometimes they're a little bit delusional about their team and about their city and about all their sports teams, namely the Eagles. But the Chiefs are so hateable. The Chiefs are so annoying. Travis Kelce, for some reason, is immune to taunting penalties. We've seen it a couple times where he will stare down at someone on the ground after catching a touchdown, not get the same flag as somebody else would at the 30-yard line. They'll let it go. He is getting in the face of the defense after the Chiefs scored, I believe, their second or first Patrick Mahomes rushing touchdown yesterday. When someone retaliates, the flag's on them. The Chiefs seem to get a lot of other different calls. The Taylor Swift stuff. The Swifties in your life that are introduced to football just because of a pop star who is sleeping with one of the players on the team.
We don't know if they're sleeping together. We don't know that.
Yeah, we don't know that. I don't have proof.
They're just dating.
All of that, the gatekeeping aside, I've decided that as an equal part Eagles and Chiefs hater, if I'm going to be unhappy, I want everyone unhappy with me. So I am rooting for the Chiefs in this year's Super Bowl. I can't be alone here during this hate watch, watching the confetti fall on the Eagles, acting as if that I'm happy that they won a Super Bowl. Because most of America probably will be rooting for the Eagles because it's the Chiefs versus another team.
Wait a second.
Not saying they should, but they will.
No, you're right. Everybody's rooting for the Eagles in this. You're right, which I still don't get because it's not like they haven't had their fair share of victories and celebrations and wins, but it's cool.
But you're also on the other tune saying it's unprecedented. No one's ever done a three-peat.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
I just have a question here.
Please ask away. I'm an open book.
Are you trying to reverse jinx the Chiefs right now?
No.
Are you trying to reverse jinx this 3P? Because every single championship in the past, 5 years, it feels like whatever side you've rooted for has lost, including your own favorite teams. Are you trying to join Chiefs Kingdom at the last minute just to tank us?
I mean, that might be an unintended consequence, but that's not my intention.
I can't tell if you want to finally experience true joy by being on the right side of the rooting interest here, or if you're trying to take us all down with you. I can't tell what's happening.
Hey, I also was a dual-sided hate watch last year and the year before. It was a lesser of two Eagles.
You hate the Niners?
Evils. I said Eagles. Yeah, I really...
Who hates the Niners?
Oh, many of folk hate the Niners because they're being lied to by the mainstream sports media about the prestige of Brock Purdy going into last year's Super Bowl. They wanted to see some exposure, and they got a little bit of it. And you saw the sour grapes from Deebo Samuel and the rest of the Niners after they lost to the Eagles 2 years before that. So there's a lot of reasons to hate the Niners.
The Niners are toothless to me.
I mean, they played the Chiefs to overtime.
Yeah, they're toothless to me, though. They're very non-threatening to me, mainly because of their quarterback. I fear the Eagles a lot more. I feel the Ravens a lot more. In fact, the Bills. Even though I know that with the game on the line, Josh Allen's going to throw a bubble screen, so you can plan for that. What?
Okay. I've been rooting for the Chiefs in their past 2 Super Bowls, and I wanted anything but to have to root for them in their third, and the circumstances, be that as they may, have made me.
All right. Well, congratulations for finally picking the right side here. Obviously, our official Super Bowl picks with the actual plays and things we're going to do. We're going to do that later on in the week. This is more about reacting on what we saw from Championship Sunday. An Eagles defense that forced turnovers at a timely rate. An Eagles dominant offense that literally they stole everything. They took away the hope, the joy, the optimism from that Commanders franchise, from their fan base. Of course, they're young. They're ahead of schedule. They'll be back next year. Not guaranteed, but they hope they'll be back next year as they go into the offseason with the third most cap space in the NFL and the new shiny object at quarterback in Jaden Daniels. But you never know.
I also got pickpocketed the last time the Eagles won a Super Bowl. So that also is fresh in my mind. In 2017-2018 season, when there was a snowstorm during that Super Bowl, Patriots-Eagles, we all gathered outside of Old Main. I was more of an observer because I wasn't cheering for the Eagles in that Super Bowl whatsoever. I was rooting for the Patriots, believe it or not. And, my phone was stolen during that softcore riot.
How do you know you were pickpocketed? How do you know it didn't fall out your pocket?
I had zippers in my pockets.
Wow, so somebody unzipped you and got it.
Yeah, someone unzipped my pants pocket and took my phone.
Wow.
Exactly. I was working off an iPhone Touch essentially for the rest of that semester.
Oh, they robbed you of your dignity.
Imagine saying, I didn't see your text. I didn't have Wi-Fi.
Oh.
I was a joke for the rest of that spring semester.
You're your joke. I don't know what makes you more of a joke, when you went face planting to the couch with your toot up in front of your girlfriend after the Ravens lost, or getting your phone stolen from you. I can't tell. Exactly. But either way, I do know one thing. Your pockets were lighter. Your pockets were lighter when they took your phone off you in that riot, and now C-Cat himself is lighter.
Listen, man, like every goal you want to achieve, having the best coach is the X factor.
Wow. And
Metrum MD provides that to you. Not just the best coach in Dr. Amorosino with Metrum MD in Palm Beach Gardens, Boston University School of Medicine educated, but they provide the food, they provide the supplements to get this. Help me lose 17 pounds in 28 days. That's not a mistype. That's not a misspeak. I lost 17 pounds in 28 days, all because of Metrim MD. Metrim MD. M-E-T, the word trim, MD.com. I gained a lot of weight in the past couple of years. Wasn't eating right. Wasn't really making the decisions that really provided a healthy lifestyle. But then I made one simple change, one simple decision. And that was to contact MetrimMD.com because they have tailor-made, personalized weight loss plans where they provide the food, they provide the supplements, where you lose weight so fast you stay motivated, and it's all safe, it's all healthy. It is all doctor-supervised with Metrum MD, and you can check it out for yourself. Get your free consultation, no obligation whatsoever. Schedule your appointment with Metrum MD to take the first step in losing weight fast. Super fast. I told you, 17 pounds in 28 days with Metrum MD. M-E-T, the word trim, MD.com. Hurry there because it's getting busy because people are finding out the word is spreading about losing weight fast with Metrum MD.
I know Bills fans are having a hard Monday. The day after your team loses, I'm not surprised no Bills fans showed up in our YouTube Prize Picks chat today. They usually do. No Bills fans have showed up to call in here to Theoretically Speaking, which I feel you. There's a lot of pain in losing, especially when it comes down to the end here. You can at least take solace in knowing you're having a better day than our colleague, Ben Solak. Did you see Benjamin Solak, who's kind of new to ESPN?
I don't know.
Benjamin Solak tweeting out after putting one of those little next-gen stats, graphics. I'll show it on the YouTube Prize Pick stream here.
Oh, that's where all the players are dots on essentially a playing board. Yeah.
Yes, he tweeted out after the game, no idea why Josh Allen did not throw the orbit to Khalil Shakir. They caught that exact route against the Chiefs on 4th down before. You got to go to Shakir here in the backfield, referring to the 4th and 5 play in which Josh Allen had 2 men in his face, threw the ball up, and Kincaid could not come down with the catch.
Dropped it, yeah.
Here's what I'll say. First of all, it's a bad catch. It was a bad throw.
C-Cat, I understand that it's the internet age and everybody wants to get their takes off fast and quick, and they want to be smartest guy in the room, and that's what Ben Solak was doing. He actually really is a smart football guy. He just swung and missed here. There's no worse feeling than putting a take out there confidently and boldly, feeling correct, having a video to go along with it, and then there's literal NFL quarterbacks and literal like experts and analysts being like, yeah, easy for you to say in your air conditioning room behind the microphone, but yeah, that's actually an idiotic take, bro.
Yeah, that
you have
sucks.
to feel small.
Sometimes you take shots and you come up empty.
Oh.
What if that take was great? What if he was sitting on gold and all of a sudden he gets a multi-million-dollar deal from the NFL Network off that take?
Well, he's on ESPN. I mean, it doesn't get much bigger than that.
Sometimes takes, they're bad. Sometimes people say that the Chiefs are more likely to lose in their first playoff game than make the Super Bowl and represent the AFC.
Yeah.
Some people make bad takes.
Make bad takes like that, and that same person might have a studio named after him. Like, literally, that we're sitting in. Evan Cohen, unsportsmanlike, 6 to 10 a.m. Here's the thing. Or was that Michelle Smallman that said that?
I said that.
You said that too?
I said that too.
Somebody said it on Unsportsmanlike. I think it was Michelle Smallman. Either way, all of the idiotic takes in which I've heard and seen, I do hope that we can all come together and appreciate the fact that the Chiefs, they didn't need help from the officials. They didn't need Dalton Kincaid to drop that ball. The Chiefs outplayed the Bills. They won that game fair and square. You live with your results. On the other side, we dig in to the Super Bowl matchup that is Chiefs, I almost said Bills, Chiefs, Eagles, and we have a get-around, plus responding and reacting to, I believe it's a Jerry Jones crash out. I believe the owner of the Cowboys is literally crashing out before our eyes. I don't know what the hell that was at their presser introducing the new coach, Brian Schottenheimer. That and more on the other side here on the Happy Hour. That's C-Cat. I'm Theo Dorsey. Jason, sorry for your loss. We're theoretically speaking on ESPN 106.3.
Live from the Anajar and Levine Accident Attorney Studios. Anajar and Levine Accident Attorneys. Call 1-800-747-FREE. This is ESPN 106.3.
South Florida's one and only PGA Tour event returns to the Champion Course at PGA National, February 26th through March 2nd. The Cognizant Classic in the Palm Beaches will deliver a best-in-class on-site experience featuring a variety of fan amenities alongside the premier competition. Kids 15 and under are admitted free with a ticketed adult. This can't-miss event is right around the corner. Buy your tickets now at thecognizantclassic.com.
Hi, this is Scott Smith with Smith Ball Baez and Prather, Florida Injury Lawyers. We are a Florida civil trial law firm that specializes in the areas of personal injury and wrongful death. Our offices are located in Palm Beach Gardens, Boca Raton, and Port St. Lucie. Our lawyers have litigated thousands of matters at the Palm Beach, Martin, St. Lucie, and Indian River County courthouses. Our lawyers, paralegals, and other numerous members of our legal team live in Palm Beach County and Treasure Coast cities and towns such as West Palm Beach, Port St. Lucie, Lake Worth, Palm Beach Gardens, Palm City, Jupiter, and others just like you and your families. We are a statewide recognized law firm, but it is your community and your families that we live and associate with on a daily basis. Our most satisfying achievement is when we know that our legal power has helped a fellow member of our Palm Beach County and Treasure Coast community secure a fair and just huge result. If you've been injured, the lawyers at Smith Ball Baez and Prather will help. Call us at 500-HELP, 500-HELP. With Smith Ball Baez and Prather, help is just a local phone call away. Offices Palm Beach Gardens, Boca Raton, and Port St. Lucie.
Is your air or water flowing perfectly in your home? If the answer is no, EDS is yes. Theo here, and for me, EDS Air Conditioning and Plumbing is my go-to, and it should be yours too. EDS is Palm Beach County's trusted AC and plumbing expert. They'll make sure your air and water flow perfectly. EDS is a train comfort specialist. It's hard to stop a train. Go to edsisyes.com. That's edsisyes.com. When comfort matters, EDS is yes.
Now at DQ Grill and Chill, enjoy $7 meal deals. The 3-piece chicken strip meal deal and the original cheeseburger meal deal. Both come with fries, a 21-ounce drink, and a sundae. Sweeten the deal and upgrade to a small Blizzard treat for just $2 extra. Get more for less at DQ Grill and Chill with the $7 chicken strip meal deal and $7 original cheeseburger meal deal. DQ Grill and Chill with 2 locations, 4828 Lake Worth Road and US 1 just south of North Lake.
Improve your golf game fast at the all-new Kaiser University Golf Coaching Center. The Kaiser University Golf Coaching Center has the facilities, tools, and coaching you need. Enjoy the best facilities in the area with an expansive chipping and putting area, practice bunkers, a huge putting green, plus a 2,000 square foot indoor training area with 3 hitting bays, cutting-edge analysis technology, and more. The Kaiser University Golf Coaching Center in the heart of Palm Beach County off I-95 and the Turnpike. Find out more at kaisergolfcenter.com.
Mondays just got better for the men of Palm Beach County. Unlimited Auto Wash is offering $5 off any wash every Monday at all 6 convenient locations. Men's Monday at Unlimited Auto Wash. Don't miss it.
Calling all sports fans, grab your MVP card and head to Duffy's where you can catch all of the action. Not an MVP? Sign up for free and start earning rewards today. Duffy's is voted the best sports grill year after year with their award-winning burgers and wings. Don't forget about Duffy's famous 2-for-1 drinks all day, every day. And with over 80 TVs in every location, you'll never miss a minute of the game. Visit Duffy'sMVP.com to learn more. Duffy's, our game is always on.
The all-new 2025 Range Rover Evoque, where bold design meets refined luxury. Ready to elevate your drive? With 3.9% APR for 60 months, it's the perfect time to make your move. For well-qualified buyers, that means payments as low as $1,837 a month per $1,000 financed. Visit your Land Rover Palm Beach off Okeechobee Boulevard. Or head over to LandRoverPalmBeach.com and experience the 2025 Range Rover Evoque today.
So let it rip.
Live from the Anajar and Levine Accident Attorney Studios, Theo Dorsey is theoretically speaking. Streaming live on YouTube, here's Theo Dorsey.
Yeah, that was cute. That was cute. Yeah, I know my quarterback, Patrick Mahomes, he sounds like Kermit the Frog. So Mac Hollins, being cutesy-wootsy wide receiver for the Bills, he walks in wearing an Elmo fit, you know, because like he's a Muppet, like Kermit the Frog, right? The only weird thing about Mac Hollins walking in with an Elmo mask on, the only thing that made it weirder was the chain around his neck and the kinky little, like, barbed, what do you call these things around his wrists? Like, he looks like a sex doll.
I was thinking like Bowser, but yeah, the
Bowser things. It's just like weird. Why does he have a chain around his neck with the Elmo mask on?
Oh, because he's a dog.
Is that what he's saying? He's a dog?
Yeah.
Elmo's not a dog, is he?
But like he's like no, Elmo, what is Elmo? Monster.
I guess he's like a monster. I don't know what Elmo's, he's a Muppet. He's a puppet. That was weird, dude. That was weird. And he was one of the better Bills players, so I won't criticize his play, but I will criticize the move when I just want to know, and I'm not sure if we've seen any videos or pictures, did Mac Hollins after the loss walk out in the same Elmo fit he walked in with?
No, you pack a change of clothes.
Do you? If you're that dude, he's
Yes.
kind of weird.
Yes.
He's an earthy, weird dude. I think he did not pack a change of clothes. I think that's his clothes.
Someone was definitely looking out for him if he didn't. It was like, hey, here's a sweatshirt.
They probably gave him a Bill sweatshirt. Now, is it more embarrassing for him to walk out of the facilities there in a Bills sweatshirt, or for him to walk back out in that freaky Elmo?
No.
What do you call it? SMR or whatever gear he's working.
People forget. People forget what you walked in with.
No, we don't. Not when you wear the Elmo mask and a chain around your neck.
In the moment, he had a great game, though.
He did have a great game.
Like, Mac Hollins was the number one target in that game. A couple of good touchdown catches.
He was the second best player for the Bills. James Cook was number 1. Mac Hollins was 2. Josh Allen was 3. So, and he had to walk back out in this freaky Elmo fit. So,
Think Mac Hollins plays golf?
I think he does. If he does play golf, I don't know if there's any course in South Florida that would let him in as Freaky Elmo. There is one place that would still coach him up, even if he walked in with that freaky mask on, and that's the Kaiser University Golf Coaching Center. KaiserGolfCenter.com. That's where you can tap in now to get your lessons today. Champions are all over the flagship campus of Kaiser University, and they have a course, and they have also a literal, like, it's a coaching center driving range. You can putt on the green there. You could go inside a 2,000 square foot indoor facility and go to their 3 different hitting bays, and you have literally ball tracking technology, video replay that you can go through with your coach day after day after day. Every training lesson you go through, you can get tips right there on site to straighten up your game and have you looking good in the neighborhood. When you break those clubs out next time, I want you to be confident. I want you to feel like you can compete. You can put money on hole 3 because by then you're warmed up. You're using the tips that you learned from the Kaiser University Golf Coaching Center. KaiserGolfCenter.com. KaiserGolfCenter.com. Holla at Coach Pete. Tell him Theo sent you. Kaiser University Golf Coaching Center. That's where you want to be. Yeah, I think he did probably walk back out in that gear, and I think it's pretty foolish. I'm glad the Bills are done. Deion Dawkins, their left tackle, very annoying dude. Mac Hollins, I don't have a problem with him. The outfit was corny.
But you just said you're glad the Bills are done.
I'm glad they're done. I want to hear more from them.
You said about 20 minutes ago you don't hate anybody.
I don't hate them. I'm just glad they're done. Also,
where does that come from? Why are you happy they're done, apart from the fact that it coincides with the Chiefs not being done?
Deion Dawkins, left tackle for the Bills. A little annoying. A little bit annoying, right? Really good offensive lineman. Moments after he wins the divisional round matchup, the Bills get victorious over the Ravens. Our guy Cameron Wolf, Howlin' with the Wolf, he joins us periodically here on Theoretically Speaking. He gets an interview with him on the field. And I'm like, oh, cool, I want to see what Deion Dawkins has to say. Maybe he's going to talk about moving on to the championship Sunday and facing the Chiefs and big game and all of that. First thing out of his mouth, Josh Allen is the MVP. What? What are you talking about? We're in the playoffs. Why do you care about this regular season stuff? They're interviewing him the week of the AFC Championship game leading into this game. And instead of Deion Dawkins talking about strategy and how well of a game they're going to have to play to beat the Chiefs, he's like, offensive linemen deserve awards. We should get awards.
I thought you were in favor of that.
I am in favor of them. I'm not in favor of him calling for it in the middle of the playoffs. What does this dude care about? Regular season accolades or winning? That's the reason why the Bills are the franchise that they are. Their players are too focused on snap streaks and start streaks if you're Josh Allen, MVPs, and lineman awards. How about you get out there and win a damn football game? You can watch a dang football game at Duffy Sports Grill.
Sure can.
Duffy'sMVP.com. Matter of fact, you can watch multiple games at once. If there were 80 football games going on at one time, you can line them all up on those TVs and watch them at any location because there's 80 or more television screens at every single Duffy Sports Grill. Duffy'sMVP.com. Tap in right now. Duffy'sMVP.com. Not only do I want you to sign up to be a rewards member, an MVP like me, I also want you to check out and see where the closest Duffy's is to you. So you can go and get your 2-for-1 drinks all day, every day. So you can be able to show up, show out, have some award-winning burgers and some jumbo wings. That is the place to go if you know. Duffy'sMVP.com. All right, right now they got their gridiron starters still all the way through football season. House-made fried pickle, smoked fish dip, gridiron nachos, crispy fried green beans, and of course, the loaded and barbecue pig skins paired with a Duffy's 2-for-1 drink, which is all day, every day, and you're having yourself a good time. Duffy'sMVP.com. Learn more there. And remember, Duffy's, our game is always on. More happy hour on the other side. It's Theoretically Speaking on ESPN 106.3.
Hi, Kevin Dalton here from the Unlimited Auto Wash. Enjoy unlimited inside and out hand washes for just $49.95 per month, less than the price of 2 washes. You'll get unlimited hand washes with sealer wax, dash, windows and vacuum, tire shined, and hand finished. All unlimited. Not a member? Stop and get a quick wash anytime at great prices. And during January and February, if you join our club, you'll only pay $25 a month for the first 2 months and then $49.95 thereafter. Visit us at unlimitedautowashclub.com or call 561-WASH-ME-TOO.
Roll with Hard Rock Bet for Big Game 59 because we're rolling out over $5.9 million in bonus bets. The big game kicks off Sunday in New Orleans, but get your share of Big Easy bonus bets now so you can place more bets on us instead of using your own cash. It's the big game rollout. $5.9 million in promos only on Hard Rock Bet. Offered by the Seminole Tribe of Florida. Must be 21 plus and physically present in Florida to wager. Terms and conditions apply. Concerned about gambling? Please call 1-888-ADMIT-IT.
Business owners, are your employees driving you nuts? Is money tight? Or have you just poured your heart and soul into your business and now it's time to retire and just relax? At Transworld Business Advisors, they have buyers from all over the world ready to buy your business now. Call for a confidential conversation about your business's current value. 561-203-5121. That's 561-203-5121 or visit tworld.com today.
Good people, it's Theo Dorsey. Spring training at Roger Dean Chevrolet Stadium is less than a month away. Mini plans are the best way to maximize your St. Louis Cardinals and Miami Marlins game day experiences. Packages start at just $75 and can be customized for the games that you want. Get access to premium games like Cardinals versus Yankees on March 9th or Marlins Red Sox on March 14th. Purchase your mini plans at the ticket office or visit RogerDeanChevroletStadium.com. Kaiser University's flagship campus, the 100-acre residential campus at 2600 North Military Trail in West Palm Beach, extends Kaiser University's educational offerings to over 100 degrees in the heart of South Florida. Kaiser University also has an athletic program with 20 national championships, including the 2024 Women's Swimming and Diving Championship and 2023 football, lacrosse, and men's swimming and diving titles. Visit KUSeahawks.com for the latest.
The Palm Beach Health Network Physician Group, an affiliate of the Palm Beach Health Network, is committed to delivering high-quality care to the communities they serve. Their award-winning physicians and specialists provide a level of expertise that has resulted in regional firsts and outstanding patient outcomes. For a physician referral, call 866-654-2362. To learn more about the Palm Beach Health Network Physician Group, visit pbhnphysiciangroup.com, pbhnphysiciangroup.com to get in touch with the Palm Beach Health Network Physician Group.
Hey, y'all get some more drinks going on. I sound a whole lot better.
I have a Jimmy Butler update, C-Cat.
Nice.
I've got news on Jimmy Buckets himself.
All right.
Do you want that news now? Well, first, before I give you an update on the superstar himself, I want to tell you about a superstar tournament coming to town here. South Florida's one and only PGA Tour event returns to the Champion Course at PGA National. February 26th through March 2nd, the Cognizant Classic in the Palm Beaches will deliver a best-in-class on-site experience. It's going to feature a variety of fan amenities alongside the premier competition. Kids 15 and under, they're admitted free as long as you've got a ticketed adult. The event is right around the corner, so purchase your tickets today at thecognizantclassic.com. Jimmy Butler, Jimmy Butler, he is en route to play his first game since serving a 2-game suspension. Jimmy Buckets himself is going to be back tonight against the Orlando Magic as the Heat host at 7:30. C-Cat, you're smiling. Why is that?
It's like Groundhog Day. Didn't he just have a return?
Yeah.
He legitimately, this happened 2 weeks ago.
Yeah, it does.
I feel like I'm caught in a time loop and I can't get out of the Jimmy Butler experience, and I'm not even a Heat fan.
Every time they suspend him, he's got to return. He's going to get suspended again.
Oh, we got some clarification.
Yeah, okay. So somebody's saying he's a dog and not Elmo?
Yeah.
It looks like Elmo.
So Matt Collins was not dressed up as Elmo walking into the AFC Championship game. He was Animal, which is a different Muppet.
Thing?
It's a different Muppet.
It's a different Muppet.
Yeah, it just happens to be red. Just happens to be a Muppet.
Just like Elmo, too. I guess he doesn't have the ears like Elmo. Okay, whatever. Sorry about that, Matt Collins. I apologize for the...
Put some respect on his name.
Yeah, right. Hey, and he was a baller, too, so I won't even hate on him. Jimmy Butler, though, who comes back for the Heat tonight. You want to guess what his stat projection is? His stat projection for points tonight against the Magic. This is Jimmy Butler, franchise superstar Jimmy Butler, who wants to be traded.
7.5.
Actually higher, 13.5.
All right.
13.5 points for a guy that's... Come on, man. That's low. That shows you directly what his effort has been as of late. But he's only hit more than that 1 out of the last 5 games. So I would go less than on Prize Picks today. Prize Picks is America's #1 daily fantasy sports app, right? That's how it works. You go to player stat projections, you hit more or you hit less on each one of them. And if you build a right lineup, you can win up to 1,000 times your cash. All right, run your game all season long on Prize Picks. It's not just football. It extends to the court as well. Basketball is a huge player in Prize Picks. And it's playoff time in football still. You got one more game. It's the last couple of weeks of football. Prize Picks, the best place to go to win while you're watching these playoffs. They also now offer MasterCard for quick and easy deposits right into your account this sports season. Use promo code THEOD for $50 free when you play a $5 lineup. That's promo code THEOD. Prize Picks, run your game. Go in love, go in peace, go enjoy.
Accelerate your career as a manager or executive in the exciting industry of sports. Florida Atlantic University's MBA in Sport Management program is ranked #1 in Florida and 10th in the world. Students learn practical and applied skills from top faculty and experts who work in the industry. With a 94% placement rate for all grads,